Okay, so previously on Pathfinder Fat Thumb's Adventures. We found ourselves in La Bibliotech Suprem after all the build up. You guys got your membership cards and you headed in. You had some adventures. There's some big animated tiger statues that almost killed you, and you discovered that the Scion of Natural Sciences was dead. I believe you tried to burn down the Scion of Applied Sciences library. You then met a cute mouse who was like drawn art and got a book really stoned. The Scion of Arts, you got him super stoned, and he gave you a book in return. And you guys opened up the final door. Well, one of the final-ish doors, and you found your boy Chogrash. Oh, you also got a cool clockwork amulet, and there was stuff that happened. Oh, we cut to adventure. Cut to adventure. Cute battle music. Yeah, you guys bust open this door, and Chogrash was here. You took a look at him, and he was the same guy that you fought back in Les Cavernes de Charluchamp, which was the orc minecart adventure that you guys went on. And when you had opened up the door, you spotted him standing here with these two other strange humanoid figures, strange spiky humanoids. And he had just kind of got done shouting at you guys. He said, last session you noticed that he looked a bit sluggier than you previously saw him. You also noticed that he was about twice as big. And he had just finished a big crazy rambling speech where he talked about how you guys took everything from him and like, look what he did to me, and you'll never know, you can't know. And he like attacked.
What the hell did you guys do to this guy?
We stole his hoard of diamond dust.
You did, yes.
That's the bad guy. We don't have to do anything. He's bad.
Disbanded his horde of orc minions, interrupted his mining operation, and displaced him out of his home.
In the mine, you also found a contract which seemed to indicate that Chogrash had made some deal with Basilius to provide the diamond dust.
And we totally ruined that shit.
Yes. And Chogrash, with his last kind of dying breath, grabbed a barrel of diamonds and teleported away. And now you see him, and he looks a bit different.
I taunt Chogrash and say, "What's wrong? Didn't get enough diamond dust for your pathetic master?"
He is super pissed off. You have super triggered him.
Fireball.
Yeah, but looking around the rest of this room, you do notice that next to Chogrash are these two strange, spiky, like red-skinned humanoids who have long, thin tails and sharp claws. And they both kind of like see you, and their tails kind of move like snakes, and they hiss. And they both raise their like halberds that they have in their hands and prepare to charge. And otherwise in the room, in the corner, you spot that there's like a globe, like one of those globes of the earth. And it's just floating above the ground, but it seems to be trapped in some sort of like ethereal cage. Like it's a shimmering barrier that he's kind of stuck in.
Are we in initiative?
Yes.
Okay.
Right now. Please roll initiative. You ruined it though. Like you can't do that.
Sorry. You said they charged.
They can't do that to you. This is your space. This is your area.
You can't do that. This is my job. Okay. Did everybody roll? Let's double check we got all the nerds. There's no Pats in there.
There's no Pat. I was doing something.
Okay. Why'd you get 7, but it puts you at the top? That was weird. You do not belong at the top, Mr. 7.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so yeah, combat kind of breaks out. This bearded devil to the south like raises his halberd, and he's kind of the first to get things going. He looks at you guys, and he kind of like takes a couple steps forward, but he kind of like braces with his halberd and seems to be holding his position. But then he starts to waggle his other hand that's not really holding the halberd.
Oh no. Oh no. Ooh.
And he next to him on the floor appears a red circle that seems to be made out of blood with a pentagram in it. And rising from the pentagram is another bearded devil
Oh shit.
who jumps right into initiative order. Gimby, you're up next.
They're demons. Fire isn't going to work.
Oh, great. I don't even have fireballs anyways.
Oh, used them all.
I did. I only had 2. Guess. Okay, I'm just gonna move up.
Oh, nice moves.
Actually, no, because even if I move up, they're out of my range. Gamby's gonna stay put for now.
You gonna prepare anything? Like you could prepare, you could delay.
You could precast a spell and hold it until they come into range.
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh shit, never mind. Actually, I just realized Acid Arrow has 400 feet.
Huh.
Never mind. I'm gonna just move up. I should be able to see the guy right here
Yeah.
from where I'm at, right? Or no, I need to move up a little bit more.
You can see him from there.
Alright.
So yeah, you launch this just dripping acid bolt through the air, and it drips all over the floor as it goes flying by. And yeah, 18 is a hit for 6 damage. Well, it seems to kind of burn him. He kind of hisses and looks at you and like points with this spiky claw, like he's pissed off. Is that it for you?
Yeah, that's gonna be it.
Barrel with. You're up next, Meow.
I'm just gonna step up 2 in front of Zozo and take a rapid shot at the bearded devil in the middle.
Rapid shot.
So 11, 16, and 20.
20 is a hit.
6 damage.
6 damage, okay. Yeah, the guy dodges the way out of a bunch of the arrows, but one of them doesn't make contact. Next up, Kiki. I remember Kiki.
Kiki ain't feeling so hot about running in there, so she's actually just gonna stick back behind the party. She just completely skips her turn.
Okay. Next up is this guy who was just summoned. He, let's see. Okay, so yeah, he does a cool thing that I researched. He looks at Gamby, who actually just shot him, and he's super pissed off. But he reaches into his bag and he pulls out a scroll. And he begins to read from the scroll. Gamby, make a spellcraft check if you'd like to know what the spell was.
Yeah.
Okay, you nailed it. You feel almost like a needle going into your lips, actually. And it goes through one lip and it starts to go through the other one, and you gotta make a fortitude save.
Oh, snap.
Oh, easy. That'll do it.
That's my life.
Yeah, that's your life for sure. You've heard of this spell before. It allows a person to tie another person's mouth shut from a distance. Which
Haha.
makes it hard for them to
That won't
speak.
work on Gamby.
But yeah, you completely resist it with that force save.
If I'm clicking buttons, I'm sorry. I don't mean to. I'm trying to write a macro for something. Sorry.
That was the bearded devil. He's gonna take a couple steps over here to the corner too, and then Apotham, you're up. Quit pressing buttons.
Sorry.
Start pressing the right buttons.
Start pressing the right buttons. All right. So basically, I have this thing called Feint, and the thing I'm not sure about is whether or not I can do this if I have to be next to somebody doing this or not.
Yeah, feint is definitely a thing you have to be next to him too, right? It's like it's like made you flinch. It's like
Yeah. Okay, so that's what I thought. If that's the case, I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and I'm going to. Wait. I have a better idea. Who is the biggest, best fighter in the room? Isn't that Rukabar? I was here, right?
Rukabar Pat probably.
Mhm.
Who wants to be embiggened?
I thought that was just a Taliesin thing.
Nope, that's me too. I 5-foot step over to a Rukabar and try to embiggen him. But first, 1d100. Yeah!
What?
I cast the spell and enlarge.
Dude, you just
He's got a
crit
spell
on a 1
failure
on a 100.
Yeah, I just can't roll
Damn,
20 or
that's
lower.
That's
does that mean I
all of
become
your
super
luck
big?
tonight.
Yeah, I know, right?
You gain +2 strength, -1 like accuracy, -1 AC, but you're big, you have reach,
And
your
you're
weapon does an additional die. Or
Mhm.
whatever. Like I think your weapon's a D12, right? And then
it goes up to 3d6.
Yeah, I got 2d6.
Yeah. So
How
it
many
goes up to
rounds
2D6.
is that good for?
1 minute per level, so many.
Yeah.
1 minute
You're
is 10 rounds, so you're probably good for this whole fight.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm reading through it right here.
Bottom, you wanna move?
I had to 5-foot step over to him to do that. So
You could have just stepped. It didn't have to be a 5-foot step.
well, yeah, I guess so.
Use the rest
I
of your
guess
movement.
I guess I'll just
Very
sit.
sneakily hop over to him to buff him.
Yeah, and I'm gonna sit right here and I'm gonna hold position because I don't really want to. Well, no, that's too close. Okay, yeah.
Big J,
One.
he taps your ass and you and Biggin. And I guess you bonk Pat over in the hallway as you and Biggin.
it's okay. I didn't have anything calculated yet. But what the Rukabar?
The fuck? Bro, don't hit me.
I
Whoa,
have
whoa,
the
whoa.
power!
Yes. I know of no better thing to do with my magics.
Your turn, Big J.
Yep.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was still typing stuff in. My bad.
No, you're fine.
Oh,
You're
it's
fine.
okay.
Alright,
fine.
I got everything typed in except the attack. So every time I
Okay,
roll,
we
just
could have
minus
just
1.
we could have just sorted it else, not in your typed in.
Okay.
Mhm.
So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna go 1. Can I just walk over people?
Yeah, just stomp over
2,
motherfuckers.
3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna get in front of Apotham because he likes to, run inside of rooms first and die.
Thank you.
I'm actually
Mhm.
not gonna double move because I am going to use my other action to reach into my bag, and I'm also gonna. Yeah.
Go ahead, yeah.
Oh, you stuttered. I thought you were. I'm gonna drink a potion of rage as well.
Okay.
Yes.
Are you a fucking barbarian? Wolf?
He is
Yeah,
now.
he is,
Rukabar all Rukabar all looking at Garland and going, "Look who's the god of war now, bitch."
That
So yeah,
just gives you the rage spell, right? Or is there stuff typed in there?
I just typed in rage. It says +2 bonus to strength and constitution, +1 morale to will, -2 AC. The only thing it
Okay,
doesn't
that's
say
right.
is duration. It says like concentration, +1 round per
Plus
level.
round per level.
I didn't know if you had anything typed in for that.
No, since it's a potion, there's no way you have to concentrate on it. So,
Yeah. You just quaff that
I'll
motherfucker.
just say it's a minute or whatever, too. You know, it's like same as your haste.
Okay.
You got buff for this fight, pretty much.
All right, and yeah, I'm good.
Pick an angry icon, and I guess, yeah, maybe a big icon. But you're now like -3 AC, I think.
Correct.
Yes.
Better stand defensively. Wolves.
That's what it's
That's
called.
okay, we taking notes. Ches, you're up next.
All right. Gonna move up here and then move up here, double move, and draw my sword. And that's my turn. I'm going to gesture at Cho whatever, Cho fucker, and say, right, let's see whose god's better. And that's my turn.
Oh, he looks at you like a crazed person, and he's like, mine! And then yeah, this guy's up. He what's he gonna do? He's gonna look right at Ches. He's gonna go for that sweet, sweet charge with his glaive.
Oh man.
He's just gonna charge right the fuck over at Ches frantically. And actually, no, he actually has reach. So he stops a square before he gets in range of you, and he swings his big old glaive at you.
And that
Ooh, it's a
one's.
crit fail. Okay, let's He looked really cool, but oh my god, okay, he dies. No.
He trips on the fucking weapon and dies. Wolves.
Yes, he drops his weapon at his feet, and looks a bit embarrassed. We'll just give him a yellow. Yeah, and he looks up at you and he like hisses. And it's just like looks really spooky. He drops his weapon, but his claws on his fingers kind of like glimmer, almost as if they're bloody, and he like hisses at you. Next up is your boy Chogrash. And he's super pissed off. He is really big and he's kind of sluggy and weird. He's still got wings, but it doesn't seem like he spreads his wings and he starts to try to like flap, but like they clearly aren't really all there anymore, and he's like not able to really fly like he probably used to be. But he looks at the group and then he kind of looks to the south at the Scion and he says, "You can't know." He said, "You can't know." And he takes a few steps over here towards the cute little globe that's floating, and he swings a big great axe that he now has in his hand.
I scream out, no!
Oh. That's 30 fucking damage. Oh.
It looks like this axe just comes straight into the middle of this Scion, like the globe. And it seems to just like chop the globe right in half, kind of really terrifyingly. And like the globe just falls into two bits, like on the ground. But like in its place, like another globe kind of like appears. And the globe looks fucking terrified. But whatever he just hit didn't seem like it was the globe. It seemed like there was some kind of illusion going on. It was strange. Like it looked like it got hit, but the thing and it fell to pieces, but it's still floating there in the air. Pat, you're up.
Everything is across the fucking goddamn galaxy.
You're a monk. This is your specialty.
Yeah, no. I'm moving at this. Is embarrassed. And doesn't have a weapon. 22 hit.
Oh yes, 22 does hit. 6 damage.
6, yeah. Take 6 damage.
I think all three of you did 6 damage.
It's funny. I think I'll end my turn for now.
Okay. Pat runs up and gets him with a cool punch. As the round kind of comes around, Pat being the one in the lead, I guess really all you guys, kind of all at once, start to hear a voice start talking. It's talking, but it's not like coming through your ears. It's kind of like telepathically communicating with you. And it's the Scion. He's floating over there like a cute little globe, and the voice is also like a super cute little teddy bear voice. And he's like, "Please save me!" And he's like, I can't do that voice. I regret that voice immediately. But he's like, "Yeah, please save me. I'm the Scion of Geography and History." And he's like, "My knowledge is too valuable. I can't perish. Like, keep him away from me. Do whatever you can."
So does he sound like Mickey Mouse?
Yes.
If we
keep him
don't
away.
save the Scion of History, I will freak out.
Hey, this axe really hurts.
Yeah, I know a lot of stuff, you guys.
Can we communicate with him?
He's talking with you telepathically, yes. Anything you know, like is, little interlude.
Okay.
He's like, "Yeah, what's up, guys? I'm busy over here, but
A little busy, huh?
yeah, you see that dude just tried to hit me. He got one of my images.
How many of those do you have left?
Not very many.
Okay. How do we get you out of that green box?
Fuck if I know. He put me in here.
Filtrogrash, I guess.
Okay. Alright. Seems like the objective is clear. Let's go.
Get him, boys. Next up is Bearded Devil. He sees this big ass orc, and he ain't putting up with none of that shit. He charges right in at the big ass orc. Oh, and he's got his sweet reach. Ooh, does 15 hit with -3 AC?
Yes.
Yes. Take your 8 damage, and you got 2 bleed, which I'll check on the squiggles. Excuse the squiggles. Gamby, you're up next.
Cammy's gonna move up, and he's gonna use his last acid arrow on Cho'Gath.
Cho'Gath, actually.
Yeah,
I think
whatever.
that's a League of Legends hero, you're saying?
Yeah, it is.
That game shall not enter the lore.
Well, maybe you should name it something so goddamn similar.
No, they copies me. The bolt hits him, and it does a fair amount of damage.
That's the end of Gamby's turn.
I think everybody's done 6, right? Yeah, there's been 6s all around now, like for eternity. Bearwith, you're next.
What kind of penalty do I incur shooting through my entire party?
There certainly is like a penalty. Yeah, you could probably get an angle and shoot like under Big J's legs. If you had the right angle.
Cool. Okay. Yeah, I'll accept that. Please. I'll sidle up against this wall and try and take a shot at the center bearded devil. Did I beat you?
Any of that art? Oh, I put the play in the wrong thing.
Oh shit, my guest muted, but whatever. Bearwith, yeah, you dart right up, you get that shot. Shooting this dude?
Yep.
Jeez, bus.
I assume the last one would be a 15. It probably wouldn't.
No, 15 does not hit, but the other 2 does. So the first one hits and does 6 damage, which continues the long string of 6 damages. Yeah.
Just fucking crit
The
damage.
second one is a natural 20, but the confirm is a 16, which is not a hit. Sadly.
Oh my god,
So it's just non-crit damage, which is just 2. That was a bad roll. So you broke the 6 spree with a 2. I should have let it crit because then it would have been 6.
Yeah. I was like, what the fuck? Like, crit is fucking 6 damage. Get out of
Dude.
here.
I think Roll20's random number table has got to be broken.
Nah.
Okay, next up is Angry Devil. Angry Devil looks at Big J and he kind of like gives you a weird look, and he particularly doesn't like the way how you've gotten really big and how big your teeth look, like your tusks that you have is like a half orc dude. And he pulls out a scroll too, and he casts the same damn shit on you and make a force save. He's trying to sew your mouth shut. He doesn't want to get bit by that. 23, you make it though. Yeah, you start to feel like a needle pierce through your lips, but luckily you like open your mouth really angrily and like growl at the dude, and the thread rips. And the bearded devil kind of like takes a few steps back. It looks like he's kind of fucking spooked actually at this big huge half orc.
Fear me, tiny person.
Botham, you're up. You get a nice view of Big J's butt. What you gonna do about it?
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna have to tumble a couple of times, I think.
Big J's a big dude. You can snack right through him without a tumble.
Yeah, but I want to get
Oh, if you
here.
go other ways, then yeah.
Yeah, so I want to go like here and then. So that's 2, 4.
This guy hits you.
Wait. I want to tumble it. Wait, which guy? Hang on.
He has reach.
Both of them. Yes, they have reach.
Both of
Oh.
them have reach, dog.
Oh, okay. Well, then if that's the case, when I go to enter into this tile here, because I'm going here to here.
It's in both of their threat ranges. So
Right, and so then I need to tumble here. So acrobatics. Oh, I totally get swung at as I try to.
yeah. What's the like DC for that?
It's like 15 plus something. I fail by at least 5.
Okay, so they both get to try to hit you.
Yeah, and my movement stops.
Also, technically, can you even be in that square? Because that's one of the 4 squares that
Yeah, actually,
Yeah.
that's Big J's square. Yeah, you can't do that, bro.
you can't even
like,
be
you
there,
can-
bro.
I'd
you
have
can
to-
move
I'd have
through
to pass-
there, but
Yeah, I'd have to
you gotta
pass
go
through to
there, which
here.
would be an
Yeah,
attack of opportunity.
yeah, and that's where the attack of opportunity would happen. Yeah.
Okay.
So.
That is 2
Ow.
bad hits for 25 damage and 4 bleed. I'll track the bleed.
So I have 6 health left,
Bad rogue.
and with that, I'm just gonna try and swing at the weakened bearded devil since I can't really do anything else.
Okay.
I'm also going to attack defensively, and I'm also going to use combat expertise. So I'm going to take minus. What's attacking defensively? I think it's a -4 to my attack.
Hey, there's fighting defensively, which I don't
That's
think
what
is,
I meant.
Yeah,
It's-
-4 penalty on attacks and +2 AC.
Yeah, I'm going to do that plus combat expertise, which is a feat that I have, which I gotta write this down and redo it. I gotta have it make a new attack for this
Yeah,
combat.
I don't know what that is.
T's Pathfinder. Here's the feat. But basically, I can take another -1 and get an additional +1 to my AC. So for -5 to my attack, I get +3 armor.
Okay.
So I'm gonna roll my attack, and we're just gonna
Okay,
take
good.
minus.
Sounds reasonable.
And I'm gonna swing at the bearded devil to the south with my keen rapier.
-5, right? No.
Yeah, so I miss, but I still have the armor bonuses because I don't actually have to hit.
Yes, Plus, yeah.
So
Easy.
yeah.
Big J, you're up. You immediately take 2 bleed damage, but you're not bleeding anymore.
I'm not bleeding anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, I just put it in my green bar thingy.
Oh yeah, no, you don't gotta do it, bro. I got you. I'm writing the squiggles.
Okay.
See
I'm
the
just
squiggles?
I'm just gonna 5-foot step here, and we're gonna full attack this dude.
All right.
So here is Great Sword Attack 1, Great Sword Attack 2, and my Biteful attack.
Did you type all your shit in there or no?
Yes, everything's typed in. Except the -1 to attack. So -1 to all those, which probably means they all miss.
Yep, that is 3 misses, my friend. You're a big, huge dude, and you just swing this big, great axe and bite.
I rolled a 3, a 4, and a 7. Jesus.
Yeah, that was rough. All the buffs in the world can't save low dice rolls. Okay, that's it for you. Garland, you're up next.
The right man in the right place can make all the difference.
Oh shit, he's reverting back to the other character.
Oh no. Apart from you're like what, 6 health?
Yes, I'm about to die.
Anybody else taking a lot of damage?
Mm,
Ah.
I mean, he's at half probably, and I'm at like.
I'm
got-
gonna step over to.
I've got 41.
I'm gonna step over to Apotham and cure serious wounds.
Are you serious?
That was just
Yeah,
one.
Oh, okay.
Here's seriosis.
It was pretty serious, I would say.
Here's serious.
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 I like serious.
It's not
Got
as
a nice
serious as that
ring.
spelling. That's unfortunate. And I'm gonna say, can you stay afoot? Can you stay out of the way, please? You've got
I'm
spells,
trying.
don't you?
Yeah, but I also have. Yes.
Just move to the back line, please.
Right. And that was a step in it and all that. I am. These two guys used their attack of op on Apotham, right? They don't get more than 1 per turn.
Depends on their
At
feats.
least that's what you think.
I'm going to move here, and if they swing, they swing.
Naked.
And that's my turn.
Okay. You did the flanky flank.
Yes.
Nice flanky flank. This dude is up next, a bearded devil who just dropped his weapon pretty embarrassingly. He sees you, who just came right the fuck around, and he does not like that at all. So he turns to you and tries to eliminate the flanker. And he makes 2 claw attacks with his shiny, almost bloody claws. Jesus
Those
Christ!
two-
No, those are not right. 16 plus 4.
Wait a second. If one of them dropped their weapon, how did I get attacked by 2 glaives?
You right? Yeah, you right. It's just 1 attack. So yeah,
I get 9 hit points back.
we're fucking retconning, boys. Yeah, you get the lower one back. 9.
Yeah.
You get the lower one.
You don't get the higher one. So
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
retconning.
Yeah, but I don't take the 2 bleed in the
this
9.
guy with bad claw attacks too. He is also like it's those is 16 plus 4. He's gonna click his buttons again because lol. Ignore these two, which are probably better. Yeah, for you. Is that just 1 hit? Are you tanky boy, Ches? What's the game plan?
That is 1 hit. One of those meets my AC.
Okay. Take that 6 damage.
Got you.
Next up is Chobrash, the Brash.
I'm appreciating this orchestral mix
That was awesome.
of the Final Fantasy VII battle theme music.
Yeah, I just think we might get crushed muted or whatever, but
Who
Whatever.
cares?
No, you won't. You'll just get advertising warnings at the most.
oh yeah, he's not monetized.
Yeah, so then you're fine.
Okay, Chogrash the Brash. He sees all you guys over there, completely busy with his bearded devils and stuff, and he sees Ches, who again just stuck his butt right in the crowd of stuff. And he points at you, and you see from his finger come a black shadowy curl that flies through the air and comes at you. And Ches, I need you to make a fuck. I just wrote save. I didn't actually write what it was. I think it's a will. Yeah, will
it's
save.
gonna be Will.
Oof.
Nailed it.
You are panicked for 2 rounds. Panicked means like the traditional fear, where like you are running away. You don't want to be near that dude. Ooh, it's a perfect icon.
Got it. Okay. Ah! Knowing at my mind.
Some cleric you are.
He
And he laughs.
and begins clawing at his own head, trying to get whatever's in there out.
He laughs and chuckles, and you like see images of like fiery hells and your worst nightmares about like the afterlife like flash before your eyes. Pat, you're up.
Got a new song. It's a banger.
Okay, bang it.
I'm banging it.
Stop
Bangarang.
I know it's my
Better
turn.
not be bangarang.
It's not. It's not bangerang.
Wow. Okay, it's your turn now.
I'm going. I'm gonna 5-foot step here, and then I'm gonna full around because I can still do that.
Pat knows about them flanky tactics.
This thing, which I think I can hit 3 times now.
I don't know, probably.
Yeah, and then there's the where's the -1? I don't fucking remember. It's been forever. I think it's that.
Like, yeah, you do like +4, -1, something.
Yeah, something like that. That looks about
It
ish,
does
right?
not hit the last one, but the first 2 attacks. Yeah, you have it written at the bottom notes, right there.
Oh yeah, I'm smart.
I see that too. But the second one does 12 damage, which is pretty significant. And this bearded devil is kind of barely standing up.
Seeing my rogue friend almost dead, I'm gonna burn a key point and try to end this motherfucker's life.
End him.
About to end this
Finish
whole
him.
man's career.
Yeah, so get
End this man's career? Nope,
No, 15 does not end his career.
doesn't end his career. Unfortunate. All right. His career still lays where it is.
His soul still burns.
This dude, yeah, he's fucking spooked because he's shit too. He doesn't really like any of this. Yeah, he's not about any of this life. But he looks at Big J, the biggest dude, and he swings his big glaive at you. I'm pretty sure 26 hits, so you got a 13 damage and 2 bleed, which just don't track. Yeah.
Okay.
The bearded devil, though he kind of lands a hit, though, does seem a bit spooked, and he, after he chops you, he takes a 5-foot step backwards.
Do I get an
Don't
attack?
provoke shit.
Oh, guarded step bullshit.
Shit. Guarded step is Starfinder.
Whatever.
That's funny. Okay, that's it. Gamby, you're up.
Let's see. Gamby. What? I can't click on my token.
Maybe refresh sometimes.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah, I think the turn order kind of. Oh no, that's right.
Let me look. No, because Gamby's top of the round, then Bearwith, then the bearded, then you. Yeah, the turn order is fine.
All right, there we go. Dang. I really. Let's see, Gamby's.
What would Gamby do?
I see what your problem is. You keep using the distance marker and you forget to switch back to
Oh, thanks. Thank
Oh,
you.
yeah.
Okay. I was like, what is happening?
Yeah, when you switch tools, you switch tools.
Yeah.
So Gamby steps up, and he's gonna do a burning hands. right here. This
Your
15-foot
friends?
cone. Well, one of them's a rogue. If he's any good, he'll evade.
The 15-foot cone is only going to hit the one. It's not going to hit both of them.
No, it'll hit both of them.
It's only three tiles wide.
Fuck. Okay,
Yeah, it's all
never
good.
mind. Damn it. You got lucky this time, mister.
Click the button. Yeah, in the future, you
She
better
clicked
not
the
click
button. Oh
I'll
no!
give it to you
click the
now,
button.
but if you click the button, that's it next time.
Well, no, it's fine then. Just do it. Because yeah, it's
Just
fine.
do it. Burn the
We
rogue.
totally
Don't get a second
hit
Just do it.
You don't want
Just
this
do it.
freebie.
I hit the
Rogue
button.
needs punished.
All your friends die. No.
Oh my!
Yeah. So this devil makes a reflex save.
I
He
hate
does
you.
not make it, so he takes the full brunt of the damage.
You're a terrible rogue.
Amanda, you are so mean.
Don't you have evasion?
I do, but it doesn't help when I fail it by one.
You're also in that blast cone.
Oh, okay. Hang on.
Let's make a reflex save.
Why
Got
do
a
you
whole-
have to
I
do
got
so
a
much
reflex
damage?
bonus of 1.
Oh,
And of course he
I'm not
makes
the
all
only
And he
one.
made it.
Fuck y'all.
just fast. You take half though, so 6 still.
That does not help with the panic.
The fire damage spreads from your hands and smashes into the back of your rogue and your cleric, and it seems to do. It's a roaring blast.
The
It smacks
fires of
against
hell
the
do
bearded
steal
devil.
upon me. Ah!
They hop out of the way. The bearded devil is not able to hop out of the way. The fire smashes him right in the face, and he continues to stand there grinning at you. The fire has no effect.
It's a devil.
Damn it.
What did I say at the beginning?
I'm sorry. I forgot. I just
So the
really...
only person you hit was me and Ches.
Gave me the go back where you were like,
And you,
no.
you even got the wreck off.
That's
I
okay.
just like seeing stuff burn.
Lilith, you're up next.
That's it. I'm done. I'm stabbing Gamby
Gammy's on
next.
my side, yeah.
I'm stabbing Gamby next. That's it.
DM playing
We
through
are
this
not
double
stabbing
agent.
each other. We're only setting each other on fire
Barrel width, please save me.
and causing poor Garland to think
Yeah,
that
how
the
does
fire,
Garland react
like
to that?
hell itself, has risen up against him.
I guess, yeah, you're spooked too. So you're like even more spooked now.
No one is my friend.
He's been having all these nightmares about hell, and then like you actually burn him.
While he's spooked, like Jesus Christ.
Barrelith, you're up.
Yeah, well, I was a little confused by the gnome, so I kind of hover over the gnome for a second before I whip around and try and shoot that bearded devil accosting a.
All right.
It sounded like a good idea in my head at the time.
I'm sure it did.
Hey, play nice, kids.
She's
I know
laughing.
but
At
no
me.
work. Hold on.
I can't believe you set me on fire. You know, and it goes to show you too, because she does that in every single one of our games.
Yeah, we
I
got it.
honestly
We're playing together.
thought
She always shoots fireballs at me
you're
nonstop.
always the rogue.
It doesn't mean you shoot fireballs at me all the time. I'm sorry.
I expect you to dodge.
You expect me to do complicated math at 95 miles an hour? No, Mr. Bond, I expect you to dodge.
That one.
You shot that dude?
Causing a
Yeah,
problem.
you shot that dude. He rolled it.
Sorry,
He
switch
rolled it.
back. Sorry, I was busy adding a times Gamby shot Apotham counter to the main screen.
No.
Um, 23 hits the dude. Yeah, 9 damage. Would you like to describe how he dies?
He takes an arrow straight through the neck, coughs and sputters blood all over Apotham, and then crumples to the floor.
Yeah, it's on me.
He sprays blood all over you, and it's really hot. It's really like molten hot. It burns almost. It's certainly going to leave a sunburn wherever it hit. And this weird devil creature flies backwards and lands on the ground and kind of like starts turning into mist. Like his corpse just kind of plop, like lands flat and just lays lifeless and slowly starts kind of turning into dust, like disappearing slowly into the wind. But it's still here.
I just want to take last movement and move up Bam.
You want Kiki?
No, Kiki is not coming in here yet.
Okay.
I think
Next
Bear
up,
just likes. I think Bear just likes killing cats.
I do, yeah.
Fucked up, man.
I just want to make the you ran out of cat lives side quest because that's great inspiration.
She will eventually act. Now is not her time.
One moment.
One moment.
One moment.
One moment, please. Thank you.
This guy, yeah, he sees big ol' Big J in the room still, and he thinks big ol' Big J is still the biggest threat. He charges up with his glaive and tries to chop you.
That's a hit.
Oh, wait, how's that a hit?
9 damage. He's got -3 AC because he's giant and raged. No, it's actually 4 bleh.
Shit.
I still got 20 health. I'm good. Don't worry. Don't worry. I got this.
Don't worry. He's big and tough.
Don't worry.
Potham, you're up.
Can I 5-foot step and faint?
Yes. That's a standard action, yeah. And,
Well, my faint, because I have improved faint, makes it a move action.
oh,
so-
then, I mean, no.
So,
Because
okay.
5 step is also a move action.
Not a free action.
Could he 5-foot step and then not use his movement?
I mean, you could 5-foot step and punch him and full attack.
Yeah, but I
But
can't.
no, you can't like feint. To feint and attack, right? You have to use a move and the standard, which would
Right.
be like you're standing next to him.
Or I can move up and then feint on my turn, and then the next turn do stuff. But it's just taking a lot. I am instead going to drink a barkskin potion.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Could you
got
plunk
this.
that link in chat? Because I don't fucking know.
It's +4 AC.
Okay. You already got +3. What did you have +3 from?
I had from combat expertise and attacking defensively, which I'm going
so
to.
that's not there anymore. And you just
Yeah.
have the barskin, which is how much +4?
4. It's 4. And then my next attack will put me back up, and I'll be at 27 AC.
Okay.
But I'm gonna just sit here and. Well,
And chill?
yeah, I kind of have to. I think.
You have to
Actually,
five
wait.
Step or
Or no, I could move. I guess I want to move.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1, 2. Wait, is that a threatened square I just left? Is this a threatened square?
Yes.
It is actually my bad. You can
Okay.
only 5-foot step.
All right, let me acrobatics. Yeah, I'm gonna
You
go over
good?
here,
I'm gonna
and
swing at you, buddy. Yeah, you missed.
so that's 1, 2,
He's doing the math.
3, 4,
26.6. Like how
Yes.
many feet? is
6.
that?
Charge the boss by yourself. It'd be great.
He's tanky now. He's all covered in wood.
Yep. All right.
Okay. Big J.
Well, I was gonna, if the rogue was still there, I was gonna tell him to stand back. And, yeah, but he left, so we're just gonna take 5-foot step, and we're gonna full attack, starting with that gentleman. So, great sword attack 1, great sword attack 2, and
Great sword attack 1 kills the thing.
Ooh, you get to cleave.
You have to declare the cleave or whatever before you actually
yeah,
like attack.
I forgot
Sorry,
about
I'm
that.
And,
thinking-
and you don't get multiple attacks that way, right? So I'll just let you make that second attack at the other dude, but it totally misses.
That's cool.
I'm sorry, I'm thinking 3-5. I'm not thinking Pathfinder.
Yeah, cleave is like a special action thing you have to declare, and you only get 1 attack when you do that.
Right.
Yeah, that ain't my bad.
You just get 2? Don't you get 3 attacks or not?
I get a bite.
Yeah, you get a bite.
Oh, you're
You
giving me
didn't
the
get stitch lip. I was trying to
Okay.
stitch lip you for the bite.
nom.
25 does hit. Yeah, you take a little bite out of this guy. He tastes like
What's it-
burning.
I'm about to say, what's he taste like?
Fire venison? I don't know.
Fire from the sun.
You know, like that Superman jerky, like the really hot stuff? Yeah, that.
Oh.
Yes, very spicy. Ches, you are next. You are spooked, actually.
I am spooked, so I have to spend my turn running
you
as far
spent your
away as I
turn
can
running,
from.
and then you can make another will save to try to beat the. I think it was 15 DC.
1,
I'll give you
2,
a 15.
3, 4. I have to spend the whole turn, so 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go.
Peace, Chaz.
And then I'm gonna try to make the will save.
See you later, dude.
The fires of hell! The fires of hell! Oh, I'm fine.
Why not fine? That's great. Yeah. Yeah, you are no longer spooked. Please remove your token thing. You were pretty spooked there for a minute, though.
Garland kind of finishes that sort of dead sprint that he set off at, and he's sitting there trying to catch his breath, and he looks back, and he looks furious.
You don't like it when people fuck with your religiousness?
He does not. He looks angry as shit.
Oh yeah, good one.
Yeah, I try to keep up with that stuff.
Good one, bro. Next up is Chogrash. And he looks at you guys still totally preoccupied, and he turns to the Scion of Geography and History. And he raises his flaming great axe, and he actually makes 2 attacks.
No! No!
Both of which are hits, but yeah, we have to do some calculations. One moment. Processing.
To kill the NPC.
No. He swings again. He takes 2 mighty chops at the Scion, and again, both chops seem to completely hit and shatter and like cause the globe to fall to the ground. But after both chops, a globe still kind of hovers there. Let me yeah, there we go. Okay. Chogrash is super pissed off. And he's like, "What sorcery is this? I'll kill you, globe." And yeah, he keeps chopping this guy, and it looks like he's chopping him, but there's some figment kind of like causing the chops to not land.
Would you say he's hacking and whacking and smacking?
I mean, so no. Nah.
Okay.
No, I'm gonna move here.
Oh, okay. You good?
This is gonna feel bad. I'm gonna attempt to grapple him.
Ooh, okay.
Uh,
Man.
What's a CMD? After these messages.
Yes, please see him be it first.
It's gonna be a no for me, dog.
You try to jump up on this big, huge dude, and you jump and like kind of grab him around the waist. And as you do, like, yeah, his waist is all sluggy and gross, and like kind of like smears this sluggy goo all over your face as you try to like get a good grip on him. And he just like spreads his wings and bats you right off. Like it wasn't even a problem. Psst, his CMD is 30.
Fuck off.
That's it for you.
Yeah, that's it for me.
Next up is Dead Bearded Devil. Gamby. Oh no, actually the turn cycles through, and at the end of the round, the Scion actually gets another chance to chat with you guys. And he shouts out, like telepathically, Brain shouts. And he said, and they say, "Oh, we can get lucky so far. Only got one shadow left. Please stop him, please." He's got the voice. Voices are hard.
I only got one shadow left. Please stop him, please.
Yeah, there you go. Chaz is way better. Chaz, you're hired.
Excellent.
I feel like the
I'll just
history
provide-
globe should have like more manly voice, you know?
Please, Papa, don't kill me.
That's
Good.
actually pretty
Better.
Sound like Morgan Freeman.
What is he supposed to be like? More sophisticated,
Yeah,
like
Morgan
cave guy?
Freeman, that's a good one,
Morgan
yeah.
Freeman.
Oh God.
All right, this is it. Gamby's turn.
I'm not gonna try a Gordon Freeman voice.
Gordon Freeman.
One of those.
I didn't know he had a voice.
Isn't it?
Morgan Freeman. Gordon Freeman doesn't. Here, let me do a Gordon Freeman impression.
Okay. Gamby's
It's like the same name, isn't it? Yeah, look at that name. How close that shit is. It's not
Gamby
my
moves
fault.
up a little bit, and he's gonna do a magic missile on Cho'Gath. That's the first missile.
Okay.
You can get 3 missiles. Second missile. Third missile.
Wow.
What's that? That's like force damage, right?
Yeah.
Okay. He takes the brunt of all those. Yeah, 3 missiles come flying around, Pat smack into the guy, kind of roars in rage and turns towards you guys away from the silo. Barrowwith, you're up next.
We're just gonna move beyond this smoldering, fogging corpse of the bearded devil, and we're gonna take a few shots on Cho'Gath.
Pew, pew, pew.
So 13, or no, 15 or 14. Goddamn it, 12 and 26.
26 is a hit for 4 damage. But yeah, your bow's supposed to be doing fire damage too.
I know. I'm trying to figure out the macro
You
for
could
it.
just roll that or whatever. I can help you with the macro, but it's going to be hard to do in your character sheet probably.
Yeah, 5 damage. There you go. But he doesn't. Oh well,
Try
Cho'Gath
to
is
do like 1d8 plus 1 plus 1d6 or something like that. And just put in the notes. Fuck, there's not even notes.
Hang on.
I
Pear,
could
if,
make
I
you a
send,
quick
if,
one.
if I write the macro for it, can you send it as a token action for Brian?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I could make one. of
That works
those.
right there. That works right there.
That works. Yeah, then it says bow of fire, so that's good enough to know the 1d6 comes from that.
The bow of
You
fire.
rolled the same damage with your bow of fire roll, so that's fine.
Double of fire.
It's canon. You can't help
Well,
it now.
doesn't fire not hurt these guys?
You actually stole this from Cho'Gath, and
It was, yeah.
it does seem to hurt Cho'Gath. Oh yeah, and he kind of roars at you like, "Motherfucker, you got my bow, give it back. I'm coming for you." Next is this bearded devil, and he sees like all his bros died and stuff, and there's this huge big J guy. And does anyone speak Infernal?
Mm-mm.
Ooh.
Negatory.
Wait.
Please consult your character sheets now.
I do.
You do. Interesting. Okay. The bearded devil turns and shouts to Cho'Gath and says, "Fluff," or whatever. I don't know like what Infernal really sounds like, but there's lots of fluffs in there, like heavy metal fluffs. But
Heavy metal.
So
Garland,
he's a
fluff. Now I just want to make those noises all night.
Well done.
Garland hears him kind of shout, "Cho'Gath, it's not worth it. These ones are too strong. Let us retreat." And
He's running
Cho'Gath
away. Stop
is
it.
like, "No, He responds back in Infernal too, and he's like, "No, we cannot let them learn." And the bearded devil is kind of like, "Fuck that shit. I'm getting out of here." And he begins to gesture his shit. He does not even try to cast defensively, so you get an attack of opportunity on him, Big J. Fucking concentration, how does that work? He doesn't cast defensively, so he just gets hit, and then he has to make a concentration check, 10 plus the habit damage taken plus the level.
Oof.
Oh, fuck, okay. Bear with what you clicking. Oh, no, okay, Big J. You got the 17. The 17 is that'll do it. And so he gets hit for the 18 damage. And he has to make a concentration check. DC 10 plus damage taken is 28 plus level of spell is 35. So he fails. I mean, I can double check, but yeah, he fails. He tries to cast some spell. It seemed like a very powerful spell, and you smacked the shit out of him and interrupted it.
Doink.
Not today.
Bad tiny person.
Dork.
And the bearded devil shouts back to Cho'Gash, "Get us out of here!" Potham, you're up. Damn Chez with the infernal knowledge.
I drink a potion.
This character was originally a Witchfinder. Of course he spoke Infernal.
I'm gonna drink a potion of cure moderate wounds.
Oh my god, you had a potion this whole time?
Of course he
You
did.
guys need to let him die more, yeah. Okay, you heal that much?
And then I'm gonna
Still
move up.
lucky.
Here. Does Cho'Gash have reach? Cho'Gash?
I don't know. Do you know that? Yeah, no, he doesn't. I'm just fucking.
God damn it. I'm actually gonna just stand right here next to him.
He probably should, but I didn't type it on any of his shit, so I'll give it to you.
Yay! Alright. And I end my turn.
Oh, great. Next up is big old Big J.
Ha, time to die, fluffer person.
Dwarf, 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 dwarf.
I'm gonna full attack just to make sure he dies.
Yeah, he's extra dead.
He is super duper dead.
I didn't want to single swing and
to
miss.
Describe how he dies. Are you good?
So first swing, let's say takes off his legs, and then as he starts to crawl away, sword straight down into the floor with him on it. Can I keep the half corpse like on my sword and fight with it?
Sure. Yes. Thematically.
All right, cool. Let's do that. And then 5-foot step.
Yeah. You could still 5-foot step and full attack.
And that's it.
All right. Next up is Chez. You are no longer spooked. Oh, Potham, you didn't take your 4 bleed damage either. Take your 4 bleed damage, please.
Okay.
I'm erasing it though.
Well, Chez is gonna lumber. Garland is gonna lumber back over this way. Look at that spell again. What's the range on it? Hang on. Sorry.
That's okay. Spells are hard.
I think the range is 120 feet. No, the range is long, up to 400 feet.
Long.
Ah!
I love how
So,
they give it all numbers and they're just like long.
so I'm going to targeting a point behind Cho'Gash right here.
Okay.
I'm going to cast Burst of Radiance. As a reminder for Burst of Radiance.
I like reminders. Already frantically googling. Reflex, partial damage, blinded, dazzled. Yeah. Yeah.
So and Chogrash is undoubtedly evil.
Debatable, but you're correct. Reflex, right?
Homeboy works for Asmodeus. He's evil as shit.
Well, you know. He's pretty good at those.
So he's going to be dazzled rather than blinded. But he is going to take 18 damage.
Does that make him lose his dex save or dex modifier?
Please hold. Googling. Dazzle not able to see because of overstimulation. -1 penalty on attack rolls and perception checks. I say so. No.
Ugh. That's dumb.
Okay. Chaz, you want to move to?
I moved up 4 spaces.
It's just radiant column of light like blasts through the ceiling and just fries this dude.
Garland snarls, "You'll not take my soul, demon!" And then that's his turn.
Demon. He's up next. And he shouts back at Ches, "Motherfucker, I'm not a demon, I'm a devil. Get it right, dude.
Fuck you!"
Devils are bad guys to us too. Fuck." But he what's he gonna do? He likes doing stuff. Yeah. He likes doing stuff. Yeah. He's dazzled, so he gets a -1. I think the dazzled wears off when his round's over, right?
1d4 rounds.
How did you roll it? Dazzled for 1d4. Yep, you didn't roll that, Ches. How many rounds
sorry.
was the dazzle 1d4?
I'll fix that macro here in a sec.
So
He is
great.
dazzled
Just
for 1
roll that
round.
shit.
Oh.
So that means it's over when his turn's over. Yeah, he rears back his big ol' great axe. And he does a cool technique that you might have heard of called Greater Cleave. And he takes his first attack at the orb. Oh, and a 17 hits.
Ugh.
And the 39 also hits. And the axe takes a hunk out of the sphere this time, and it stays that way. It wasn't like a figment this time.
No.
But since he hits, he gets to pivot the momentum of that directly into your friend Pat. And there's no penalty. Yeah, no penalty. He does have a -2 AC though. And a 22, I think that hits you, Pat.
Mm-hmm. Most certainly does.
Please take your 20 damage. And I believe
Keeps going.
it keeps going. It doesn't with regular cleave, but it does with greater cleave.
Yeah, Great Cleave keeps going until you run out of enemies.
Yeah,
Or you miss.
And he does.
Come on,
So
motherfucker.
he's for Pathfinder next.
Of course he did. Of course.
What-
And like, even with all my buffs and everything, he still would have exceeded my AC.
He's a
What did he
Pathfinder.
roll? A 15? Yeah, like,
Yeah, no
Yeah,
plus
plus
mine.
15. I mean, you know.
I mean, literally, like, he's got like a 40%, like a 35% chance of hitting me because the way my AC set up, and so stupid.
Yeah, sorry, man.
Anyway, 24, so I'm down to
From
2
the
hit
buff.
points.
Yeah, back down to nothing. Cho'Gath laughs at all you guys as he just like takes this one massive chomp through everyone. There's blood everywhere, and he just seems coated in blood, and so is his axe, and he just like grins and smiles. Pat, you're up next.
All right, so you gave me an item.
Yeah.
You gave me an item.
Not good when players say that, yeah, but okay.
You gave me Daredevil soft paws, which are boots. And as a free action, the wearer can click the heels and gives a +5 confident bonus to acrobatics check to be made through threatened squares. I would like the acrobatics over him on the other side.
Yep, as a free
So that-
action. Competence bonus on the acrobatics check to move through threatened squares.
Mm-hmm.
There's a thing for that.
Go, Pat. Give me the flank.
Move through an enemy space is fine. You want to move through the enemy or move through threatened area?
Move through the enemy. That is a
It's
threatened area.
It's 5 plus the opponent's CMD, which I think you already know the value. Versus move through threatened area is the opponent's CMD only.
Okay.
So you could go the long way, right?
Your acrobatics
That
is
would
high,
work.
though, right?
Oh yeah, you have to use CMD, which I believe I told you.
You did, and I know what it is.
+5 bonus, so it's whatever your acrobatics +5 plus a dice roll versus that.
Fuck it. I'm in it. I'm in it to win it. Give me the +5.
Not gonna make it.
God damn it.
He's not gonna make it.
He's not gonna make it.
Nope.
See,
It's nice knowing you, Pat.
Not make it.
Unfortunate.
Yeah. If you attempt to move through a space, fail the check, you
Mhm.
lose the move action and provoke an attack of opportunity. No, that's only if you move through an enemy's space, which you didn't, right?
Hmm.
It's through threatened. It's through threatened tiles.
Yeah,
It's weird
I
that it
mean,
just specifies that, huh? Yeah, okay. So yeah, I would say that you lose
Yeah.
the move action and you
Mhm.
provoke an attack. So he tries to chop your ass.
yep.
Tries to chop his ass. Oh God.
Well,
And you like get the step, don't you? Whatever, like the first one that would have provoked.
Hmm.
Still have that, so that was like a free action and a move action.
are you even still alive?
Yeah,
Yeah.
You just took
just
22.
barely. Remember how I had that other item that you gave me?
Oh.
Okay. I have something you're supposed to give to Cody. Or Taliesin, rather, and you gave it to me. I'm gonna activate Quick Runner's shirt in GTFO.
Quick
Do I
run
get-
shirt.
Do I get
Swift
tag of
action,
opportunity
you
at
can
that?
Take an additional move action to move, then immediately enter your turn.
Mhm.
So you still have losing any unspent actions, right? So you still
Yeah,
have
I
an
know.
action. But yeah, that's a swift. You used a free to activate your boots, which
Mhm.
failed, and then you're using a swift. So you're using like every possible action. So yeah, if you use that right now, you lose your action, or you could use your action and then use that.
I mean, I guess I could hit him. Oh, I'll try to hit him.
Yeah, it's just a one hit.
Yeah. 25.
What's enough to hit him? Get a little punch in,
E.
and then you activate your shirt. What does it look like when you activate your quick runner shirt?
My shirt starts glowing, and I start fucking running to the hills. I'm like, like the dude that's just got to get the fuck out. That's
like
me.
his shirt glowing is hilarious. You're just like, nope. Yeah, and so you get your normal just move. I don't think it's 50. It's probably 35 or something.
My move speed is 50, dog.
Okay.
So I'm gonna move to that corner.
Get the fuck out.
Okay.
The shirt should like drag you away, like the cloak of levitation.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. The shirt, like, yeah.
Can you imagine like the shirt is in the shape of somebody who's like balling it up, you know, like they do in certain movies when it's like a little kid and the guy like takes his shirt by the collar and pulls him up. Imagine that being done while I'm running forward. Not really.
Hey, Tez, I'm counting on you to save me somehow.
You're up.
You're funny.
Your husband.
Please don't kill me.
Kill him.
You muted?
No, God. No, you're muted.
Oh, okay. I'm just gonna use a magic missile.
On a Potham?
No, God.
Put him out of his misery.
Just one ball?
Please, God, don't kill me.
Just look at the flowers.
No, all three on the boss.
Look at the flowers.
All three of the bolts, yeah, fly right around upon them, kind of whooshing by your ears and stuff, whizzing by. And they all contact to do pretty good damage. Barrel with.
I'm not even going to get the swing at him, am I?
Nope.
Mm.
We just want to step up and
What a
take
waste
3
of a
rapid
potion.
shots into Cho'Gath's chest. He's fucking up too much. So we're gonna move right there in front of Gambit. Yeah, he's scaring us.
He's got lowered AC.
So 28, 15, and a 24.
So 2 hits. But, damn, you rolled a lot of ones, bro.
For real, right? So 8 damage.
Oh, yeah, the bolts slam into his sluggy half-orc chest, and he kind of groans and falls to his knee and holds his chest a bit. You want Kiki turn, or you good?
No, she's fine.
I'll just keep asking. Potham, you're up.
I look. Thinking about doing something fancy.
Yeah.
I use my improve feint to bluff, and he's got to do either a sense motive or I have to beat his. Hang on, I've got the feat copy pasted in my character sheet. 1 second. Where is it?
Make a bluff check to feint combat as a move action. Bluff check. Feint.
10
plus
plus-
stacks equal to 10 plus opponent's BAB plus wisdom. Yeah, so no, it's just a DC. If I'm trained in sense motive, there's an alternative thing I can do.
There's an opposed check to it if he has points in sense motive.
He does.
So he has to roll.
The DC is 10 plus your opponent's sense motive bonus, if higher. If higher. So if the other one's higher, that works
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
That's a super complicated fucking sentence, but
Yeah.
that one would be that number, and the other one would be. Let me check. Calculating.
I don't think I get it though.
Calculating splines.
Articulating. Yeah, no, that would not be the thing. And so yeah, he rolls the thing. I was not even looking at your number, but that'll do it.
Oh wow. Okay, so he's denied his dexterity bonus and it allows me to sneak attack. The sneak attack damage doesn't get doubled if I crit. So I'm gonna roll that separately after I do my weapon damage.
Okay, that's fine.
If I
You
hit.
try to swing your rapier.
Oh my god, you've gotta be kidding me.
Does have a -2 AC, but he was still at 10. It's not.
Well, he's also denied his dex, but that not like
Oh,
that
yeah,
makes
his
a
dex, let me
fucking
check.
yeah, and he's technically flat-footed.
Let me so he's -2, 17, and then fuck, I should be saying numbers out loud. He misses his thing, and Jesus Christ, man.
Does that hit?
No, by 1.
It hits?
No, it doesn't hit by 1.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Sorry, mate.
Oh my god, I literally was one short. You gotta be kidding
You're one
me.
short, actually. I'm sorry.
Oh my god. Arukabar or Ches, if you guys don't kill him, I'm dead.
You still have a move, right?
No, I spent it fucking doing the
You
improved
spent it
thing.
painting, didn't you? Oh, yeah, okay.
I love you guys. It's
Bad
nice-
rogue is bad.
Oh.
Okay, there's some rounds. Big J, you're up next.
There's no help.
I was gonna charge, but some annoying little elf person got in my way.
You can still charge and just step over him, I think.
Yeah, I would say that you're big and you could step over him. I'll give you that.
Okay, so we'll charge. So
I was letting people walk because you're
as
big.
I'm running, we're gonna go. And there. And I don't think I can miss unless I literally roll a 1. I'm gonna power attack.
Is the feint thing just for like one against your next attack? Yeah.
It's just mine only.
A 27 is a hit. And yeah, Big J runs up to Big Huge Cho'Gath and just like takes this big vertical chop.
It's like a fantasy kaiju monster battle.
Your reign of terror ends now, demon or devil, whatever the hell you are.
Bitch!
That's his last dying breath. Yeah, he like shouts at you about like, I'm not a demon, get it right. And yeah, he falls to the ground and he kind of convulses a bit and he kind of chokes out a couple words about like, you can't know. But finally he falls to the ground and his sluggy, orky body just kind of like goes limp. And we drop out of combat.
I am going to immediately tool on over here and channel positive energy. Everyone heals 14.
Except Pat. No, I'm just kidding. Pat can get in there too. Nice heals, Chaz.
I've
I
got.
think you have more than your max, though.
Oh, sorry.
As soon as you kill the dude, the weird magical thing around the Scion disappears, and the Scion kind of like floats around super happily like a floaty orb. And he says, "Thanks, guys. Super, super grateful for that. Thanks a lot. I have not been in the cage in so long. Did you see that? That guy hit me.
Did you see that guy hit
Half the
me?
continent.
You there, History Globe. Who won the battle of 1066?
I never heard of that one.
False
Battle
gods.
1066. What do you mean?
I start
That's
to draw back my greatsword.
Shit, he's a half orc too.
False gods.
He starts kind of trying to float back into his cave, but he's like having a hard time fitting because he's a sphere. He's not like a book that can fold up very much. And he's like, "Have you come to free me just to kill me?" And he kind of is like poking out of his thing. He can't really fit.
I mean, it's in my name. I had to ask.
The Battle of 1066?
Yeah, it's literally
No, I don't
my.
know.
It's all my name.
I don't know what that is. I don't know any of these references.
Oh
The
my
Battle of
God.
Eight Things?
There you go.
Come on.
Fuck,
Okay.
dude, I never liked fucking history.
Okay.
Minus
well,
1 BKP.
fair. Hmm.
Says I know about a lot of other battles though.
Hmm.
You can't take away DKP like that. Not
No,
nice.
it's okay. It's all my DKP anyways.
Anyway,
I second Pat's notion, for what it's worth.
what did I notion?
Hashtag small break.
Oh yeah, that one.
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, short break.
Yeah, that sounds really good.
5-10 minutes. 10 minutes.
All right, sounds good.
9:40.
Okay.
BRB.
Same.
BRB.
You globe Scion, and then you kind of threatened him, and so he's a little bit spooked of you.
What?
We didn't threaten him.
Big J, I think,
I
totally
did.
threatened him.
Yeah, my bad.
Oh yeah, right.
I motioned for Big J to get back, and I try to diplomatically deal with this and say, now, calm down. We don't mean to be threatening, although my friend can be misunderstood sometimes. We're just here to collect some information, and we're just trying to understand why Cho'Gath decided to come after you like this and wanted us to not learn something. We've been following him for a while, trying to stop his reign of chaos, and we finally managed to kill him, but we were wondering why he might be here, if you knew anything about this.
I like information. That's things to know about, but Cho'Gath, I don't know, man. He was just angry. He just came in here and he just grabbed me and locked me right up, and he kept mumbling about how he was going to show me and how he was going to kill me to keep people from learning all my nice knowledge. He's like, but no, I don't know why Cho'Gath was here. Honestly, he's the worst visitor I've ever had.
So if you know so much, I show him my etching of symbols of the obelisk in Aslanti language to him.
Oh fuck. He does not know what the fuck that is, though.
Okay.
He takes a look at it and he's like, I'm sorry, I'm the Scion of Geography and History, and that looks like a foreign language. So we're going to have to direct you to the...
We're sorry, the number you have dialed is no longer in service.
We're going to have to direct you to the 400 to 499 department. It's located north from the central hub.
Okay, well, I can bullshit and Google while you guys roleplay.
He says, actually,
No,
1 second. And he kind of floats back into his little thing, and he doesn't fit, and he kind of slams and eventually squeezes into the little pit, and he squeezes back there. And you see him kind of in the distance, just kind of floating around this room. It looks like there's a bunch of books and shelves and stuff floating around. And he comes back out. And he's floating, but behind him, he has a big old key, actually. It's floating with him. And he kind of looks at you guys, and he looks at the key, and he's like, I think you should have this, as thanks for saving me.
What does it unlock?
So, it's you guys are talking about languages, right? It'll take you right there. The northern route from the entrance here has been locked for a long time, kind of barricaded and stuff too, more lately. But yes, this is the Clé de la Croissance. I fucked that up, but yeah. And then he goes, bam! It's a big ass key. It's it's probably as big as Potham. It's kind of like person size, maybe half person size.
I stick it inside the bag of holding.
It's for the door that we first went to.
Yay!
He says, yeah, you should be able to learn anything you need about languages up there.
Well, I have a question for you. Do you know by any chance why the gnomes are migrating to the Fae?
The gnomes. I have So you're talking more about current events here, which is a little bit out of the scope of the library, I got to tell you, but
So it hasn't happened before, to your knowledge.
Well, what do you know about the gnomes? What do you know about where your people come from?
I got out of there when I was just a wee little thing. It was boring. I've been traveling the world, but now I'm feeling a little left out because they're all going to the same place, and I don't know why.
Well, do you know where they're going?
To the Fae. Yeah, they're going back to the Fae.
Okay. So that's where the gnomes came from in the first place. The Feywild, according to cite some book or whatever, and it's the Feywild is thought to be the first material plane. It was where the primordial gods ran a bunch of experiments with physics and particularly with souls. And the Feywild is just an area of constant flux and changing physical properties, and so it's kind of a crazy place for most people to exist. But your little gnome kind, are particularly well suited to that chaos, and that was where you came from originally. Your people.
Yeah, but we came to the land of opportunity. I don't know why they want to go back.
Well, there was another great book written about the subject, which talks about the great cycle of souls in the meta universe, and actually, the gnomes figured out that when they're in the Feywild, if they die, their souls don't go to the afterlife. They're just kind of recycled back into some other creature or some other gnome. But the gnomes that first came to the material plane found that that was not the case. Found that still their souls, when they died, would return to the Feywild, but that their children's souls wouldn't. Their children's souls would pass to the afterlife and find peace. And so the gnomes left the Feywild, right, to come here and to have an afterlife, but in doing so, they gave up their immortality, you could say. And some gnomes even stayed behind. They never came through.
Okay.
It says, the gnomes, the first time when they, left the Feywild, right, it's not really clear why. I mean, other than maybe that soul explanation. But there's a couple other sources that cite that there was some calamity in the Feywild that caused them to leave and to come to the material plane. And that's why they all kind of appeared at once.
Okay.
Gnomes normally has some kind of innate magical sense because of their Feywild origins. And they're known to leave areas that feel bad or evil or anything like that. So if you're saying the gnomes are leaving our world back to the Feywild, then it sounds to me like something worse is happening here than what was happening in the Feywild that caused them to leave in the first place. But that's just speculation, really.
It does give me something to consider, because I thought they were running towards something, but I hadn't considered maybe they're running from something. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, that's another way to put it, too. Certainly, maybe something in the Feywild changed, and that would cause them all to want to go back there instead of here. Whatever calamity forced them away might have dispersed, given time. But he says, oh yeah, I love history. It's the best shit ever.
Well, I think that's it for my line of questioning. If anyone else wants to ask a question.
Oh, maybe we can get some loot out of this guy.
Motherfucker, I already gave you the key.
Yeah.
Search your inventory for more drugs.
I forget the sum total of all knowledge according to history, and you just want more treasure?
Well, knowledge in and of itself is a treasure that has no material value, and we really appreciate that. But stuff is also important. No, I'm not gonna go there. Never mind. We're good.
Was there anything left from Chogrash?
No. There's no remaining treasure on Chogrash.
What about the dropped weapon from one of the bearded devils? Did that disappear?
It's like a normal ass halberd.
Oh.
You guys are trying hard for treasure. You already got so much treasure in this dungeon. Fuck off.
I'm just asking.
All right, so we got the key to the main doorway that's like blocked off.
Guys, it's been nice chatting about gnomes and stuff. You got anything else you want to discuss? Feel free to come back.
Will do. Thank you.
He tries to jam into his pit again, all cute, and then like eventually squeezes in and goes back.
I peek down the hallway.
Make a peek check. Are you snacking or are you looking?
I'm just looking.
Just looking.
Look.
He look. Looking down the hallway, you see what looks like a normal kind of room you've been looking at before. You see the dude floating around, but you notice that he seems to be kind of like attached to the wall. Like he has
Okay.
some kind of weird like mount that he fits right into.
Interesting.
Why did Cho'Gash want him again? Nobody knows. He just kind of smashed some shit up.
He wanted his knowledge, but the globe doesn't know why.
Globe doesn't know why.
Isn't there something we could have learned about, like, the Demon Wars or something that involved Asmodeus that we could have asked that globe?
Probably.
I mean, you could still go ask him. He's right there.
You kind of looking at him.
He's telepathic too. I mean, can we like,
You guys,
can we like,
know about any historical events that
can we, like,
might have occurred?
can we keep open like a comm link with him? He is telepathic.
Yeah, I mean, you could ask him to open a comm link, I guess.
Ask him about the war with the people in the other plane. We're missing here something, guys. Come on, help me out.
Yeah, no, I'm with Big J on this. I think we're actually really missing something like kind of critical that we're supposed to be asking him that's related to the main storyline. Because if he's got all this knowledge about history, obviously we should be asking him about the
So wasn't
war
the
or
scroll about the angels persecuting Asmodeus because he was recruiting mortal souls into his army, and they deemed that as like immoral, but he was doing it to fight the armies of chaos, and it was like all to retain the balance of the universe or something. So
Yeah.
all in all, was Asmodeus not? He doesn't really come off as necessarily a bad guy so much as like not a very nice guy. So I don't know. What do you have to ask him about that?
Where is Asmodeus now? Where do people like Asmodeus hide? Where can we hunt him down and kill him?
He's of history, not current events, as you learned from Gamby's question.
Right, but where do they come from? Would be the first question to ask, because that might actually give us an idea about where he is now if we know where he comes from. It might tell us more about what kind of environments we could find him in.
Never hurts to ask. Gotta start running that mouth.
I
The only thing you're good for.
oh,
Ooh.
I call out to the I walk up into the globe's personal space.
He like unjacks from the wall and he's like, whoa, 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 and he like gets in your face. And
Sorry.
he's like, you're not allowed back here.
Huh? Do
And
I
he
get
looks down
to
the hall.
do I manage to see the rest of the
Make a perception
unrevealed
check.
area? Okay, let me do a fast eyes dart around the room. Wow.
Yeah.
You notice that the jack thing that he unjacked from looks a little bit weird, and there's another one on the other side of the wall, and it doesn't really look like it looks like it might be made out of flesh or something like that. And when it unjacked, it kind of like there was some tubes and stuff in there that were connecting it to the sphere. And he pushes you back. He's like, whoa, 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 and he like, keeps getting you back out of the hall. And he's like, hey, can I help you? I was just resting.
Sorry about that.
You thought of more questions?
Yeah, Asmodeus, do you know where he's from?
Of course, I've heard of Asmodeus. He's the Lord of the Archdevils.
Lord of the what?
Well, I mean, honestly, Asmodeus is a huge topic. I can cover some of the historical aspects, but we certainly have a religion department. It's 200 to 299. It's again in the northern wing of the La Bibliotech, and I'm sure he can answer a lot more of your questions. But as far as your question about Asmodeus, where he came from is a very difficult question to ask, because Asmodeus is one of the oldest deities in existence. He is one of the two primeval entities who began, presumably, all the cosmos, Asmodeus and Ihis. Ihys. That's a fucking difficult word.
Wait, how is this spelled?
Ihys.
Ihys.
Ihis? I don't know. Ihis.
Go for it, dude. I think the H is silent. Yeah. Ice, maybe? I don't know. Whatever.
My name is Michael with a B.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so he explains that Asmodeus was one of the first kind of sentient things probably in the universe. So where he came from, I don't think anyone could answer except maybe Asmodeus himself.
Okay, off to the religion section.
Yeah, sure. They'll tell you a lot more about Asmodeus and Ihis. There's a bunch of religious stuff written all about that, and Asmodeus got to be the keeper of all hell and hired all these devils, and it's a great story. It's a great story, but I mean, if you guys look like the religious types, you probably like what the Scion up there has to say.
Well, it gave it away.
Wow.
All right, that's the third hint for the religious word. I think we're good
Shiny
here.
plate armor.
Here we go again with the fucking plate armor.
Well, I didn't say anything about my armor.
I just say in general.
Hey, Ches, can I get a heal?
Yes. I'm gonna use. I need to make sure I'm keeping track of how many spells I've got left.
Wait. I got some potions. I got 10 Cure Light Wounds and 1 Cure Mod.
Actually,
Who else has potions?
I've got a wand of Cure Light Wounds. Let's save the potions for since I can recharge this thing.
Okay.
And that's why you all should die.
Say what?
And that's why you all should die. I heard you. You fuck.
Before the globe goes back into the wall, I'm gonna say, historically speaking, I realize Asmodeus is sort of a broad topic. Has he ever invaded before? Are there any records of him attempting to, say, conquer the world?
Invaded? No. There are many myths about him and Ihis and the great betrayal between the two of them. But I don't think any of that had anything to do with invading the material plane. For the most part, Asmodeus is concerned with keeping back the tide of demons in hell.
Keeping back the tide of demons in hell.
Yes.
Not, say, unleashing them on an unsuspecting populace, then.
No, not at all. He usually does not concern himself much with things on the material plane. At least according to history.
Interesting. Right. Anything else, lads?
He was the Lord of the Archdevils?
Yep. He's the keeper of the 9 hells and all. There's an archdevil for each layer, and he's like the toughest one of all of them.
Yep, I'm good.
Okay.
Thanks, guys.
Oh.
See you next time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, have a good heal me.
Right, hang on. I'm gonna start spending charges to healing people for Cure Light Wounds. So Apotham's up first. That's 10.
Yay.
What are you at?
35.
Out of
42.
you're at max.
Yay.
Zozo. 11. Where are you at?
11 puts me at 29 out of 64.
39.
46.
46. 54. 62. That good?
Yes.
Arukabar, what are you at?
29,
Out of
96.
39.
Oh my goodness.
51. 63.
Is that a broke on yet?
75. 83. You good? You want one more?
Yeah, that's 83 is good.
All right. Hang on. I will count charges here, Bear. You can continue.
Oh, that's okay. Frantically Googling in my notes. Don't worry about me.
It's 12 charges off the board. I got 38 charges left on that wand.
Damn, there's a +5 on that wand. Nice.
Sorry, a few moments. Okay, so yeah, you guys all healed up, used your wands, took a quick little break in here. What would you like to do next? Pretty much your two options are to either like go back to room 7 and then go south to check out that room that we discussed was the literature room, or to go back north and use the key and open the door to the north. Or other stuff. I don't know. You want to talk to the stoner guy again?
I vote south.
No, I'm good after Apotham,
Yeah, man.
drugged it.
Hey man, it worked, okay? You cannot deny the results.
Here's your treasure, dude.
I can't deny the results. I can imply that we're likely to get kicked off YouTube if someone hears that.
No.
Nah, dude,
Yeah,
no
nah.
one's gonna care with my 46 subscribers.
Damn, 46 subscribers. He's like famous, dude. I got like 12.
Seriously. I got like 1.
I got 12, and then it's like my mom's like 3 of them.
What? Your mom's 3 of them, Wolf?
I do have another 46 on Facebook. Look out.
Oh, shit.
All right, so now what?
Yeah, I vote we line up for that room to the south.
So we do the room to the south, or do we progress the main storyline? Because we can always come back.
I believe they said it was to the north where the religious wing was, and I'd quite like to visit there.
But I heard about treasure.
The real treasure is in your faith, friend.
Don't talk to me in a hurry ever again.
Lame. Going to open the south door.
Don't listen to the healer. What does the healer know?
To not turn books on fire.
There's a bunch of shit in here. You die.
No.
There's a room in here, and it's labeled 800 to 899. Literature. And yeah, in the room, there's a big, just like one big aisle of books over there on the side. And on the other side of the wall is a big gate, very similar to the one you saw in the first room. big, huge, like floor to ceiling, 15-foot tall, white stone gate.
Hey, Staverson, you ever think about like not being the first person to walk into every room? Just
No.
curious. I'm just curious.
No, he's never thought this through.
Yeah, I don't know if he's. I don't know. He might be processing, but I think he also hasn't thought this through.
This is why he's not thinking.
I stealth.
Okay. Give me that nice calculation. Give me that stealth check. Oh, it's stealthy.
And I'm also going to use my Vanish Wand.
Is that different?
It also makes me invisible, so I don't take any penalties for being in plain sight, and I think I get plus 20 for being invisible.
Okay, sure.
So it's like a 52 to see me. And I step forward.
There's a bunch of books in the corner of the room, and like nothing moves or reacts to you entering the room whatsoever.
I start slowly searching the room, very quietly and stealth-alike. Can I do a perception check to look for
Super
dangerous,
snack.
for traps and dangerous things?
Yeah, sure.
All right, so that's gonna get a +2 because I'm using trap sense.
Snack.
So 6.
Looking around the room, you don't really spot too much out of the ordinary. You do notice that the door over there has some writing on it, and you do also notice that on the north and the south bits of the bookshelf over there, there appears to be some kind of like mold or fungi growing on the books. So like most of the books are fine, but the ones on the corners kind of have like some mushrooms or some weird like moss or something just like growing on them.
Drugs?
Drugs.
Wait a minute, before he fucking instinctively pulls one off of the bookshelf and shoves it in his mouth, I'd like to identify it, please.
I don't.
So he is invisible and hasn't really told you about this. But I mean, if you want to just like walk into the room, that's cool too.
You have no idea what's going on at the moment.
Fair enough.
So
I don't have good enough sense
Pat,
to
you
save
probably
Gotham
would
from
see
himself.
him sneaking towards the bookshelf or whatever. Oh no, he's invisible too, isn't he?
yeah,
No, he just fucking went invisible. None of you guys have any clue. Like Pat and Big J, I guess, are you just gonna wait and see if he comes back, or?
Yeah, I'm just gonna wait until some fires start, and we'll take it from there.
Okay.
I'm literally leaning against the wall with my arms crossed, waiting for him to scream.
Okay. So I what you call it? I try to pick the mushroom to examine it, and I sneakily, I don't do anything but pick it, pull it off, and then walk back, and then just like all Barrowith sees is a mushroom. Just like his hand gets pulled, and I put the mushroom in his hand.
Please hold.
Oh.
You reach out for the mushroom, and you are completely invisible and completely like silent. And you grab the thing, and as soon as you do, it kind of tries. It like moves, and it kind of jerks violently, and it like reacts to your touch. Make a reflex save.
Oh God. I'm good.
You are super good. You successfully pluck the mushroom off of the thing that it was growing out of. And you do kind of notice that like the mushroom is growing on a bed of moss. And as soon as you rip the mushroom off, the bed of moss kind of like immediately withered and wilted and kind of fell back into the book and like died. And yeah, you got this mushroom in your hand. It's about like the stalk is about the size of a soda can, and it's got this really squat, flat top.
Okay.
It's green.
I stuff it in the bag of holding because it's a vacuum.
Okay.
Or it doesn't. It doesn't have a lot of atmosphere, I guess I should say. I try to go over and do the same thing to the other mushrooms. I guess I'm like trying to disable device at this point. I guess would be the better way of thinking about it. Because I'm trying to, I guess, disable these traps.
Yeah, I guess now that you know that this is a thing, yeah, certainly go over there and give me a disabled device, which pretty much is like you're trying to do the same thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, again, you're able to grab this mushroom, and as soon as you do the moss that was growing around it, all just withers and dies.
Okay. I have now 2 mushrooms in my inventory, and I'm gonna say I at this point I would say the vanish probably clears because that's only like a minute long. Or no, it's a couple of minutes, but whatever.
So Gotham appears back in the hallway with 2 big green mushrooms, one in each hand.
Barrowith, I think I found drugs here. Can you identify this? I don't know what these are. I don't know if they're hostile or what, but they're definitely probably not edible.
Yes, I'm gonna cautiously scoop one out of his hand and try and identify it.
Okay, make a knowledge nature.
Yeah.
Oh damn, he's a ranger. So yeah, you have seen these before. They don't really usually grow in the forest, but they do grow in like the caves and things that you found. This is a very rare fungi, and it's called a memory mushroom. These mushrooms are known for attacking living creatures and stealing their memories, and particularly if the mushroom has stolen the memories of a spellcaster, that consumption of this mushroom, though dangerous, may grant use of such spells. But there's no way to know whether the mushroom has like absorbed the memories of anything or not.
There's no way to tell if this is like a magic user's memory specifically.
There's no way to know what is in these things, like any famous consumable. I could eat this and just die. I could eat this and get superpowers. I don't know.
Do I think that if I brought this to somebody more in tune with nature and magic, that they could more accurately identify it at all?
Certainly, like a powerful enough herbalist might have a better idea. But as far as you know, these are like super dangerous things that, you know, you usually attack people, and then the people like forget about them and wander off. So they're not very often collected. They're usually just avoided. But you certainly could feel like you could find a more powerful herbalist or whatever to check them out. I wouldn't think you know a lot about herbs, like especially not super rare ones that are in caves compared to like you were a forest ranger.
Well, no, but hold on. I also have I'm proficient in dungeoneering. Would that help at all?
Yeah, no. I mean, you've learned everything
Unfortunate.
you can learn, and now you're asking kind of like, do these things contain a good memory or not, right? And that's a much more complicated kind of magical question.
Understood, yeah. Pocket them, rogue. We'll try and
Okay.
identify them elsewhere.
Memory mushroom X2. Sometimes entering the room first is bad. Sometimes it's okay.
Hooray! I
when it's
survived.
invisible.
I didn't trigger an encounter, and I
Debatable,
disarmed.
because the things just say when a living creature moves within 60 feet, it attacks. But invisible, I'll give it to you.
Yay! Actually, that would mean that they sense life, which would make my invisibility useless.
That's fine. You're good.
All right, so I wander up to this huge door. What do I see? It looks similar to the door that we first ran into, leading to the religious wing to the north.
This one, weirdly, like when you look at it, is covered in like Elvish, fine Elvish script, and it seems to be a short poem.
Oh, can I translate?
Yeah. No matter if parched, no matter if rolled, no matter if magic, no matter how old. GG, boys. It's a puzzle.
I was gonna say I relate that to the rest of the party.
Boys, game over.
Riddle this out.
Can you post that in the chat there, Bear? So we can see
Yeah,
it?
sure.
Thank you.
Nope, I'm just going to reread it.
A bajillion times.
The last puzzle defeated the party. It was like Dark Souls, you died. So
Papyrus.
The door vibrates slightly.
Ooh. Paper.
Parchment.
The
Scroll.
door rumbles some more and pops open. Like it's got.
Yeah.
And inside you see another door.
Damn it. Couldn't have been that easy.
This one again, it doesn't have Elvish script this time. It has some weird like Dwarvish script. Anybody know Dwarvish?
I do not. I search for traps.
Search for
I don't
traps.
trust the DM now. I search for traps.
You detect a terrifying puzzle at the end of the corridor. Your mind's on full alert.
I try to disable device.
There are no apparent devices except text.
No. I
But
start
while you're
babbling.
checking that out, yeah. Does anybody know Dwarvish?
Mm-mm.
Negative.
Negative.
But the cleric has the spell comprehend languages.
The cleric does not have that prepared.
Not at the moment. We need to rest, if that's the case. Which wouldn't be a bad idea. Can we rest in the library?
Nah, we just spent a bunch of wands healing up. We should just keep moving.
Or we could go to the whatever the fuck Library of Languages.
Yeah, isn't that north?
Pretty sure that somewhere.
Oh, now you want to go north.
Well,
We
yeah,
can't go south anymore,
exactly.
or whatever direction this is in this fucking god forbidden place.
We can't do anything against this door.
We don't know dwarf, which I don't even know if I know that it's dwarven.
Oh, yeah, you probably would like recognize it, I would think, but you don't know how to read it, right?
Yeah. Somebody scribble those signs on a piece of paper.
Puzzle 2, Party 0.
Ah,
Party 1. We got
I take out some parchment paper and charcoal that's in my inventory, or at least it should be, from when I made my last etching.
Yeah, okay, you make an etching of it. Sounds
Yep.
good. Just say Dwarvish puzzle etching. That'll let me know what the fuck it is when you try to read it off later. And yeah, checking out the rest of the room, there's just a bunch of books. Some of them are kind of moldy and cobwebby, and they're all about plays and stuff, literature. Is Garland a man of the arts, like plays and stuff? You kind of hinted that you had an interest in that. Or was that just the Ches speaking?
Garland is a fan of drama, especially, any kind of drama that helps him, or that portrays war and whatnot. He doesn't know Dwarvish, so is this like the? Okay, remind me where we are again, just to make sure.
We're in La Bibliotech Supreme. We're in the 800 to 899 literature department. You're on the planet Galarian.
No, Bear.
In the town of Old Shield.
Okay, thank you, Bear.
Are any of these books useful to translate this stupid ass puzzle that's relative before we leave?
I'm gonna roll a perception check to see if there's anything that sticks out to me as especially interesting to somebody who is a worshiper of war or a man of the cloth, or any even just a person who enjoys theater and fiction.
Taking a look around, you see that there's a lot of books that are like super boring, really old plays that might be interesting to you. But particularly, you find a copy of a book called The Art of War. It's a very terse, very dense document about like war doctrine and ethos. And it's 100% like up your alley, like you're kind of like bedtime material.
I am going to take that.
It's written by a guy named Sun Tzu.
I actually have the Traveler's version of that book.
It's a perfect book for Garland, though. Like, I've read it, and it's totally true. It's super dense and super philosophical, and
yeah,
like a Confucius kind of book almost. But it's just so hard to read.
I assumed better of you. I assumed that there was going to be like some fictional author's name on it, like
No, sorry, bro.
Like instead of Sun Tzu, it was Moon Tao.
Nope, sorry. Improv skills not on point.
You're fine, man. Yeah, he's gonna take that to look at later. And he's gonna look back at the rest of the group and say, right, well, at least this has been good for something. Shall we head north to the section I suggested in the first place?
Did you find any translations?
No, I didn't find any translations.
You're fucking useless. Let's go.
Moving on.
Garland kind of like stares at Zozo for a second, and you hear him mutter, "Not proper war, not proper war." And he just kind of collects himself and moves on.
You singing a not war song?
Like not proper war, like he wouldn't. It's not right to fight him.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, he's trying to not kill me.
Not that I could. I don't think Garland would stand up very well to everyone else's characters.
Probably.
One
But you'd
good feint.
outlast us.
Okay, so you guys head back through La Bibliotech, through the few halls you've explored so far, past the spooky tiger statue. And you make your way back to the main entry room. And as you do, out of the darkness comes
Oh fuck!
your girl Kia. AKA Moon Bitch. You guys probably know her better by
Oh yeah, barrel with tries to blink behind the fucking gnome. He just kind of like looks off in the back. He's like, "No," he says again, "Be cool, be cool."
Are you
Just,
trying to
pretend that I'm not here. Yeah. I'm trying to,
Okay. So she comes in and she's like super majestic. She's got this like white gown on and these high heels, and she has this like morning star in her hand that's like way bigger than you would expect. And she's looking, she's looking pretty good. And she comes in, she's clocking her heels and stuff, and she sees you guys, and she says, "Hey, it's you guys again. Like, I just got my library card. How's your library visit going so far?"
Oh, it's been quite eventful. Did you know they've got living tigers down here?
What? I thought it was just books.
No.
The fuck? Okay.
No, darling. It's not just fucking books. It's absolutely a fucking den of monsters.
Den of... What do you mean? This was not that.
Yeah, you're retarded. And so are we for coming in here.
Oh, shit. She looks very worried. You've like told her this. And she says, well, I'm looking for the religion department, actually. 200 to 299. Have you found it yet?
Beryl looks up and catches her gaze, and she does look like particularly radiant. And he walks over. He's like, "Oh, hey."
She sees you, and her eyes light the fuck up, and she like does the blush thing, and she like touches her hair, and she's like, "Bearwith."
Hey, Kia, how you been? The religion department? Yeah, we were getting ready to head there right. It's just to the north here, behind this huge marble gate that's closed. We just kind of had to like slay a half orc demon creature for the key and whatever. It's cool, you know. It's a normal day.
Bearwith,
Demon creature.
stop showing off. Ask her if she speaks Dwarvish.
Beryl turns around. It's like, calm down, man.
Whatever, man.
I mean, you should ask.
It's like, Kia, do you speak, Dwarvish?
Dwarvish? What does that have to do with anything?
It's just a question.
I mean, no.
My friends are being really uncool right now, and they want to know if you speak Dwarvish. God.
You've been in this, goddess's dress before, and you can tell that like
What?
something looks weird. Like she
What?
Yes.
Yeah.
She looks very worried and very like stressed and kind of like concerned. And your request about Dwarvish is kind of like just frumpled her a bit, and she's like, "I know a little Dwarvish, but I have to make it to the religion department."
Okay, so here's the deal. I'll take you to the religious department. In one piece, you'll make it there. But you have to try to read this here panel that speaks Dwarvish that I don't.
I show her the etching.
She says, "We have a deal." And she kind of puts down her big morning star, and she takes a couple steps over. She checks out your cool scroll. And she reads it, and she like immediately like chuckles. And she reads to herself, and she kind of laughs, and she says, "Okay, sure, yeah." And so she starts reading it out loud in common. She reads out the text below, and she says, "This one's super easy, you guys."
I think you can tell by the silence that is obviously not the case for the rest of us.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Blend. Isn't it? Sometimes old, sometimes new. Never sad, sometimes blue. Never empty, sometimes full. Never pushes, always
The sky?
full. Yeah, the sky.
She says, I don't know. I mean, what is
We
it?
gotta go back
The
to the
palm?
door!
I have never heard anything described as a full sky.
I was gonna say, yeah, the moon. Is it the moon?
The moon's never blue.
No, you're right.
As soon as you say that, her eyes light up and she like fucking winks at you like hard.
Actually, yeah. Never pushes, never pulls is talking about how the moon pushes the ocean, shit like that. I think sometimes.
And you don't
full,
ever
sometimes
have an
empty.
old moon. You have a
We
new.
all like light
Yeah.
up and go, let's run to the door. Come with us. This will be fun. We go.
Yeah, blue moons.
But he
Guys are
sneaks
"There's
up,
no
but-
such thing as a blue moon.
But he sneaks up and he whispers. He's like, "But I remember your moon girl. Your moon god."
She fucking giggles super hard and like you got her dying off and like you got the answer too, and so she's completely like seems enthralled with you.
I say blue moon.
Nothing happens.
You suck.
It's not blue moon. It's
That's
moon, you
right.
dumbass.
I like how Alex blames Bear for that. It's not Blue Moon. You suck.
Damn it.
Sky.
What?
I don't. Okay, so obviously I don't know the answer. Apparently, I thought I was paying attention. Apparently, I wasn't.
Well, she gave us, she helped us get the answer, but Pat also promised her that we were going to take her into the religious part first. So if Apotham runs off by himself, I'm about to
I totally
We've-
do not run by myself anywhere. No, I stay with the party. I stick that key, the motherfucking stupid key in the socket. I pull out I reach into the bag of holding, like a clown reaching into his pocket and pulling out one of those infinitely long snakes, and I pull out this gigantic key that's as big as me out of the whole bag of holding and hold it above my head and just stick it in the lock and try to turn it.
The key slides right into the lock like it was made for this. And it ka-chunks and the gate opens. And actually, slight offshoot, like, you guys got that answer? You just didn't say the right answer.
You said Blue Moon, not Moon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're gonna come back to it
Yeah,
after
okay.
we
Hmm.
Okay, that works too.
after a word.
to go by himself.
After our word from our sponsors.
I was about to say after a word from our sponsors, real quick, 2 minutes.
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, take a short break, sure.
I'll be real quick.
Yeah, now the next big play is to make the puzzle change every day or something. Get fucked.
That's fine. I think this is simpler than the other puzzle that you created
Other
because
puzzle, yeah, it wasn't a puzzle. It was just a thing, levers to flip and see what happened.
right.
That was
The
the
the,
best part.
the,
Yeah.
the problem with this is that not to to say we're all stupid, but when people say a puzzle that there's a final ending, right? And that previous thing that you had given us had no ending that we could see that was relative to where we were.
Yeah,
This-
it wasn't
this
like
works.
100% success state, but there was
Uh-huh.
4 states of varying levels of success.
Yeah, we never knew.
And caught on to that. You're like, what's the answer?
Man, there was no
didn't
ending.
It didn't
Yeah.
ding.
Stuff like this will definitely work in the future. I don't know about
It was like
the
the laser beam's off and it's shooting the floor. And you're like, I don't know. What do you want?
yeah, just no immediate ding. The next riddle's gonna be egg.
Gonna be what?
Egg.
Egg.
Hey, you never heard that one? It's like the most common riddle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. So
Yeah, I figured to go for some riddles and hopefully they didn't crush you guys. I don't think they crushed you guys too bad though. So there was a bit of puzzlement.
there was a little bit because I
There
was
a lot
like,
of, head scratching. I think.
it was like never sad, sometimes blue is the only thing that threw me off. But then never empty, sometimes full, and then pushes and pulls. I was like, all right, so that's probably wind. And then
Oh,
full is sky. And then sometimes old and sometimes new and sad. I was like, something to do with that part of the universe.
Somebody was like, "Moon's never blue," and I was like, "Lol."
Yeah, it was me, but it was the girl. The girl gave it away. Good job, Bear. That was awesome callback.
I loved how she like knew it and you guys didn't. I don't know. It was just funny. That worked out crazy because I didn't expect you guys were gonna ask Moon Bitch about the moon riddle.
I just wanted to know if she spoke Dwarven.
She do.
She technically gave us the answer, and we technically opened the door. But we didn't get.
Well, you didn't want to go down there and do that, so we're going north now.
No, yeah, Pat kind of promised her we were gonna take her.
Yeah, but I wanted to make sure the fucking door to the south opened first, and then Apotham was like, "Oh no, I've got a big key," and I was like, "Fuck it, whatever, dude."
Oh no!
Oh no, I got a big key.
Mouse in Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, he's fucking Sora over here trying to use it to slay the goddamn monsters. He's bad. He's a bad rogue. I swear. He didn't even get the treasure before shit happened.
Like the voice cracking.
Yeah, the voice crack in there was great.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
What's up?
I I'm the worst rogue ever. Yeah.
I
Take it
heart the
personal.
Staversons. They're a fine people.
No, we're the worst rogues ever. That's why I have to use magic to hide because I can't do it like a normal rogue. Okay, you've exposed my fraudulent nature. Okay, it's why I cheat. I cheat because it's necessary, and I'm all self-conscious. I'm just gonna go into this room by myself now. I
No,
continue
no.
walking forward.
Well, we've told you not to do that.
Garland grabs Apotham.
I'm across the room and I try to stealth.
I am super fast.
Super fast. We can't even roleplay. There's not even everybody
I
here.
see your ass. Come over here.
We're all here, aren't we?
Perhaps you're
Yeah,
on there.
robot roll call.
I think we're still missing Brian. Question mark?
Brian?
Yeah, he's
No,
been here.
Oh,
Fantasy
Brian was the one that called the break.
I called
I
back.
think we good.
All right, fuck it. Let's go then. We're roleplaying.
Yeah, Garland fucking like tackles Apotham. Keeps him from leaving. How
No.
would you stop him? Would you tackle him or would you? I don't know.
Just grab him by the shoulder.
You should have fucking like tackled him.
Going off by yourself.
But loot, stuff, books, things. I can hide.
I'm
I'll
as
be fine.
excited as you are for this next section. It doesn't mean that I want to waste every charge in my wand trying to keep you alive.
Well, someone's got to take the damage.
Yes, someone in, and he looks around to make sure Aruka Barlight can't hear him. Plate armor.
Oh,
Plate armor, I say loudly.
What? Who said plate armor? What's going on here?
What's that have to do with anything?
I think we broke Chaz.
This is the best goddamn session.
Glad you like it.
Oh, all right.
Alright, so
Fun
what's the game plan? Are you leading the way, Mr. Clanky Armor?
Okay, Mr. Clanky Clanks. Why don't you lead the way first?
Yeah, Garland takes the lead and puts away his great sword, gets out his mace and his shield.
Is it a plate shield?
No, it's a kite shield.
I thought it would be a plate shield.
I tried to disguise as a trap in the wall.
What?
No, I don't. I'm kidding.
You're gonna be a trap in the wall? I don't think that works.
I disguise myself as a trap.
Okay.
Wait. That doesn't.
Okay. You do that.
Yeah.
Like got some sticks in the corner. You're trying to cover yourself.
I figured you just put makeup on.
Everybody's like really worried about it. Garland, are you approaching into the darkness?
Yes, I'm approaching the room. I step up to right about here and roll a perception check.
Oh, he perceptive. Looking around, you see that this room is, it's clearly labeled 400 to 499 languages. And inside, you can see that there's lots of bookcases in here, but the bookcases have kind of haphazardly been piled up against this entrance. There was a lot of stuff barricading this before. I think Gamby burned it all down. There's a bunch of bookcases here, haphazardly placed, seemingly like barricading you and people from getting into this room from the south. They look like you could probably shove them if you were a strong enough dude. But while you're kind of examining this area, your very high perception check notices that a lot of these bookcases are covered with mouse droppings. And you do also hear the distinct chittering of like lots of mice.
Can I ready a spell?
Sure. What's your trigger? When you see something...
Yeah, when I see these bastards coming, I'm gonna ready a burning hands.
I'm gonna call down the hallway. Arukuba,
Yeah.
you mind? Could I
you
borrow
fuck
you
up now?
first? I didn't fuck up anything. Could you?
All right,
Can I borrow
I
you
have
for
it.
a second?
Yeah, I guess whatever. What'd the
Thank
rogue
you.
do this time?
I didn't do anything yet. I have like a swirling ball of fire wrapped around my wrist as I say, I haven't done anything yet.
Garland actually steps up to Apotham and says, "Right, let's just clear the air for a moment. If you burn a bunch of religious texts under my nose, we're going to have a problem, Stabberson."
No. I won't burn any books. Don't worry. I'm going to do everything I can to keep that from happening. I'm not like Gamby.
Garland drags his gaze from he has met your eyes, and he drags his gaze to the swirling flame and says, "Just a warning."
Don't worry. This spell has only got 15 feet on it. That's why I'm standing here and not 5 feet closer where you are.
Right.
Just
Arukuba, these shelves are in the way, and I could use some help moving them, I think.
Yeah, pushy push. Yeah.
Push.
So we're going to try to move them out of the way.
I get behind Arukubar.
Is that like just a straight up and down strength check there?
I'm really
which
good.
one are you trying to move?
I'm really good at bull rushing. I can like charge into it.
Okay.
If you're better at bull rushing than strengthing, I'll allow it.
You could say
bull
that.
rushing involves like moving too, right?
Yeah.
Or no, it's just a push. Yeah, makes sense.
I've got +6 to bull rush. Just from feats and equipment.
Bull rush is a standard action part of a charge and place into melee attack. Attempt to push an opponent straight back. I guess the only difference is if you like bull rush is an attack, right? And this thing doesn't really have AC.
We can just do assisted strength
Yeah,
check.
just give me a
that's fine.
strength check, yeah. It'll be easier.
Nat 20.
He's super strong. Oh, you went for this one on the right?
I'm going
That
whatever
one!
whatever one Garland pointed at.
You don't get any assistance from Garland. He tries, and like the one of the wounds he suffered in the other battle seems to bother him, and the old man kind of backs away for a second, like my hip.
One of the books falls off the shelf as you try to push it, and you take 2 damage. You roll a natural one, though.
See, that
Big
plate
J-
armor is wearing you down.
You actually shove the shit out of these bookshelves. You just slam the hell out of them so hard that like they just go flying and like obliterate into bits.
Oh, I mean, I didn't want to push them that hard, but
They just exploded like under your might.
ego is.
And yeah, you see the rest of the room is kind of like revealed to you as all these bookshelves disappear. You see Rufus in here, and he's got a whole bunch of mice with him. And he doesn't look very happy, actually. He looks pretty upset.
Rufus,
Hey,
what are
looks
you
at you
doing
guys.
here?
He's like, keeping people out. People like you. Poisoning the scions.
The cat pounces into the room.
It's disrespectful.
I
Okay.
just
Say goodbye to Sassy.
Keep that cat back.
How the hell did the rogue get in front of us again? Just
Rufus, what are you on about poisoning the scions?
Get in
saw what
front
you
of me.
gave him. Gave him a bag of something, and he's not the same anymore. He's all slow and spacey.
Just give him a few hours. He'll recover. He'll be fine.
I don't believe you.
Oh, God.
I'm gonna
Neither
roll
do
a
my
diplomacy-
mice friends.
I'm gonna roll a diplomacy check to try and calm this down without combat.
All these mice are really upset and like fucking ready to jump. And they're the weird mice that have like big back legs, like they can jump. Like, you've seen those ones. They like hop in the desert.
That's a 22.
Those jacamice.
22. Okay. How would you calm down the mouse situation? Particularly with a cat in front of you.
Garland says,
But-
now listen, Rufus, this is a permanent solution to what is a temporary problem. That scion is an ageless, nigh immortal collection of knowledge from the world over. Whatever we gave it couldn't possibly harm it for forever. Now, I'll say that my friend here, Stapperson, is not the most moral of people sometimes, and we could make amends in some other fashion. But if you take us on, at best, you chase us out of here and some of your friends die. At worst, you all die, and we don't want that to happen. So this doesn't have to be violent, Rufus. We can sort this out peaceably.
Sorry?
He's got a hand with Sterling Fire too, yeah. So yeah, Rufus certainly kind of takes your nice speech to heart, and he kind of thinks about it a little bit, and he sizes you guys up, particularly the cat. But like they're all super on edge still because of Sassy. And they're like, all right, well, we'll stand down, but get your cat out of here.
The cat found the speech from Garland very soothing, and she's taken a post behind his. She's currently swirling in between his legs.
Rufus says, okay, it's kind of calmed down a little bit. It's like, well, you guys can't be messing with the scions. Like, I understand it's an immortal being, and like he'll probably be fine in a couple of days, but like, you know, you're kind of like you. What's your name again? Garland? You have a god too, right?
I do.
What if I went and got your god drunk?
Well, he'd
Got him
probably
all
have a good.
on some psychedelic drugs.
He'd probably have a good time with it, but I take your meaning. That being said, we've had a word with Stapperson about his habits, and that won't happen again. And it did not go unnoticed or uncommented upon, I assure you.
You guys promise not to, I don't know, feed any more scions? Whatever the hell that was?
I can personally assure you that Saberson here will not be feeding anything else of any size.
He
I mean-
took all I had. It's not like I have anything else to give, honestly.
We saved the other Scion from destruction, so it's like evened
Yeah, well,
out.
there's a dead one over there. So I mean, what is that? Was that you guys too?
No,
Nope.
that was eaten by the big tigers.
I mean, dude liked playing with tigers, and he was made of paper. It was bound to happen.
It was. That's a good way of
Even-
putting it.
Even the
Those
scion of
statues have
applied
been
science.
stoned for hundreds of years.
Well, today's not the day they get stoned.
Cho'Gath was here though, and he caused a lot of problems.
Cho'Gath. I heard of that guy. Yeah, you guys fought him, right?
We killed
I heard
him.
the fighting, and I ran out of there. But that's good. You killed another intruder. You
Yes,
didn't have a library card.
that's probably
Are
not.
you sure you didn't have a library card?
Yes.
I am
Wait, so
positive
you
that
like
I am
it when-
positive.
You want us to kill intruders?
I don't know. What do you think? Do you think
Yes.
a devil is going to want or care about a library card, or is he just going to teleport in here?
Devils are very lawful, so I don't. Maybe
Really?
it's a good point.
I can say with some certainty that Cho'Gath did not have a library.
So hypothetically, if we kill another intruder, then we're good, right? We're doing you a favor, so we can leave peacefully.
As long as you guys, you gotta quit doing. You gotta quit burning the books. You gotta quit fucking with the scions. You just gotta be respectful library visitors. Okay.
Garland
All right,
kind
kill
of
the
looks at
intruders.
Garland looks at Staberson and says, I'm honestly at the mouse's side here.
And yeah, if there's intruders, definitely get them.
All right, where's that elf
Anything
chick?
you see
Kill her.
that's not a mouse or a scroll or a card-carrying library member, get
I-
out of here.
Staverson, go steal the elf chick's library card. Then she's an intruder. Then we can kill her.
No. That's unnecessary.
They're going to find that difficult to do with Barrowless hand in her back pocket, where her library card is.
Damn, bro, get a room.
Oh damn, bro, you got that back pocket hand.
Dog, it's just like that, man. It's kind of like that.
It's just like that. Okay.
She seems tense and worried, but she's kind of down to clown. But yeah, so Rufus kind of takes a couple steps back and he whistles, and like out of the like darkness come like a whole fuck ton of mice. And he's just kind of like, all right, boys, back it up. And you're all Happy Mouse, like off, just kind of like in between books and like into crevices in the like floorboards and stuff, and they all just like disappear.
Only 18
Bitches.
fucking mobs. Actually, you missed one.
And they're like, we'll keep track of you.
I'm still holding my spell.
Well, that one's on the map layer. He don't even count.
Okay.
Okay, you still holding your spell.
Right.
Lucky Mouse didn't run in range.
So we're not going to piss off further piss off the denizens of this library, yeah?
Yeah, I don't know what to do with my spell though, because it's like I mean I can hold it for as long as I want. It's just
You can
gotta- I don't want to waste it. We got to use it on something, so
No,
let's
you
find
can't do
something
things
use.
with your hands,
Yeah,
right?
kitty,
While
kitty,
you do
kitty,
that?
kitty.
I can't do anything with my right hand, but I can still do stuff.
Can you not just sort of take the L on this one?
No.
How many lives does Sassy got left?
7.
7, yes.
Sassy, come here.
Stepperson, it's a matter of wasting the spell now, or
Dex save?
Wasting the spell now, or
putting ourselves in an unnecessary combat situation later when either those mice come back or something else in here that doesn't want to be on fire is suddenly on fire.
well, I mean, there's probably something else that's gonna try and eat us anyway. So I'm gonna go check out this door to the north.
For God's sake.
I'm starting to think we should just let him go get killed.
I'm sorry, I think I'm going to kill him myself.
Unless anybody has better ideas. Where's the
Lord, forgive
scion?
me for saying that.
What's up here? Where's the languages department?
This is the languages department that you're in.
Oh,
Yeah, room 400 to 499.
I try to look for the scion.
Yeah, there's a book in there, and he sees you poke your head in, like he's used to it, and he starts, flying backwards, spine first out the hall, and he's kind of awkward, but he gets out and he unfolds, and he's like, "Damn, I wish they made those hallways bigger."
Watching your hands, Stavison.
Yeah, that you have like a ball of fire in your hand, and he's
It's still behind my back. I'm basically
Please put
holding my
that-
hand behind back.
Put that down.
Okay.
I'm very flammable. Thank you.
I dispersed the spell.
Thank you.
Fuck. God damn it.
And he like
Hello?
switches to like Swahili, and he's like, "How can I help you?"
What?
Like,
have-
nobody knows what the fuck he says.
I have an etching of symbols of an obelisk in the Atlanti language that I want to get translated. Do you know what this is? Can you read this for me?
I swear to God, if this fucking book says it's a foreign language and he doesn't understand it,
Excuse me.
no, that's
what?
out of character. That's out of character.
Oh, okay. As a DM, excuse me, but I'm the scion of language.
Language.
I'm the receptacle for all knowledge when it pertains to language. Let me see that piece of paper. Thank you very much.
I hand him the etching.
He takes a look at it and he's like, yes, that very poor details in the etching. Yes, amateur work. Yes, let me
Oh, for fuck's sakes.
It's hard to say, but he says, yeah. Says it's not very clear because it's not an original writing, and this language particularly is very important to have the correct corners and edges of the characters. But in general, this seems to be there's some warnings here. Something called the Lens Temple, and there's some other symbols here that indicate like its use for collecting power, specifically power about like souls. So already, like, what the hell is this etching?
So
You guys are into some shit, huh?
I was apparently. I have experienced some serious amnesia from previous spellcasting days, from what I can tell, and my memory was wiped, and I have no idea where I came from, and I was trying to find traces of what I was doing before I lost my memory.
Oh, he says this is the Aslanti language.
Yes.
Yes. I'm not sure how you came about with this or how this relates to your amnesia, I presume, but
Wait, am I getting my shit mixed up? Out of character?
no, it's just that you handed this guy etchings from Lens Temple and you're asking him about if it relates to your background, right?
Yeah, I thought this was related somehow because I remember you. Wait, no.
It's the language. So when you, in your backstory, I don't know if you remember, but I could take meticulous notes. In your backstory, you mentioned that you were an orphan and you were left at an orphanage with a letter written in a language that no one has been able to understand. You recognize this writing in the temple as the same language of your letter.
Oh, okay. I got it mixed up, but I'm right track, just wrong details. What I'm thinking of.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but he says, yeah, this is pretty interesting, but it's not very good to tell exactly what it said. And here, towards the end here, it mentions something called the calling. Do you know what that is? I don't know what that is. Must be a song, or I don't know.
Yeah, some kind of demon thing happening. Okay, and so I hand him the letter of my backstory, basically, trying to get a translation of where I came from.
Bum bum bum. Yeah, you hand this guy this letter, and like you've had this letter for as long as you can remember. It's been like an object with you. You even remember being a baby in a crib with this like letter tucked beneath you. And it's really old and crumpled and torn and like covered in these strange symbols you haven't been able to decipher as to yet. But you hand it to this scion, and he kind of takes a look at it, and you can see the understanding in his eyes. And
He has eyes?
Yeah, he's got book eyes.
What the fuck does that mean?
Yeah, he's got book eyes.
He's a book with eyes and a face that's made of
I don't
books.
know. You're right. He doesn't got eyes in the picture, but he's got eyes.
Okay. Continue. I'm sorry.
Don't ruin my moment. Yeah. But yeah, so he gives you this cool letter, and he I guess we'll just I don't think you would. He gives you this cool letter. It's a handout. And it says, "It is with heavy hearts that we leave our child here on your doorstep. We don't have much time left, and we can't take the child with us. His name is Apatha McStaverson. We fear that he's the last born of Aslanti blood. Please take care of him and keep this secret. One day he will learn his true origin, and this letter may be how. Signed, Jamis and Melissa McStaverson."
Ooh. I will
And,
find these
yes.
people.
A certain amount of your backstory has been revealed. And the scion, after having like read this and kind of like giving it to you, is like pretty intrigued about this whole situation. And he's like, "So wait a second, you're Aslanti, but you don't know the language?"
Maybe at one time I did, but not now. I've never.
He's like, "The language has been dead for hundreds of years. No one's known it. So it's surprising that you exist." I mean, at least according to this letter. But... It says, "Well, here." And he flutters down to this bookshelf, and he kind of ruffles around. He starts ruffling a bunch of books, and he's like very careful about it, but he's ruffling through them. And he comes back over with this big book, and it's blue, and he like hands it to you, and he's like, "You should study this, man." It's like it's the least I could do.
How to Learn Aslanti Fast. Complete Guide by General Bunyan.
It says, "Yes, the great General Bunyan. He wrote many how to learn fast guides in his time.
Okay.
He's truly a wonderful person."
Awesome.
It says, "But yes, it's the least I could do."
All right. Aslanti book. Sweet.
How to learn Aslanti fast. Get it right.
All right. So that's it for my side thingy bobbers. What else did we need to do in here?
Learn Dwarven? Question mark. Learn.
She solved.
Yeah, we got those. How to learn Dwarven fast, also by the great General Bunyan. We didn't make a handout for that one though, so you certainly would have to study, right? It's not like it just comes for free, right? Like this is not a traveler's almanac or whatever that you bring with you to the Chinese market and try to haggle. No, you gotta study this thing. It'll take some effort. But if you're into it, I can give you the manual. And if you have enough time, you could figure it out.
I mean, I'm pretty sure we figured it out. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here. I think. So
Says, okay,
language
cool.
district.
Thank you for visiting the Dewey Decimal System 400 to 499 department. Language.
Yeah.
Anything else I can help you with?
Where's religion? Is it up here? North?
Religion. He's just next door.
Next door.
To the west.
To the west.
Says yes. The north
Ooh,
is
the
the
religions.
scion of law, and to the west is the scion of religion. Says I believe there's a court proceeding going on today.
Court
Very
proceeding?
entertaining, but
Proceeding in the library.
yeah, I mean, well, you know, the book of law, the scion of law, he's a bit zealous, you could say.
I can respect that.
There's a book of law?
Of course, yes. 300 to 399 just to the north.
Right. Well, thank you for your help with Staberson here.
Hey,
Dick
no
Staberson,
problem.
I suppose you say.
No problem, Mixed Aberson. Yeah. Happy to help your backstory, bro.
And with that, I think we'll be off. Appreciate your help, friend. We may be back depending on how things go with the Scion of Religion. I do hope you have a wonderful whatever passes for a measure of time in this place.
Oh yeah, we don't keep track of that. It's the one thing we don't keep track of.
Everyone laughs, the book laughs, and then the wall
I
laughs.
rolled a bluff check to see if he believes my fake laugh.
No, he doesn't. He was fake laughing too. So it was like you were both fake laughing at each other.
Right. You're not going to be first in, especially not here. Bloody pyromaniac.
Okay, you guys go on to Religioso department.
Yep.
Zozo, are you religious?
I mean, I believe in IRA. I also believe in smacking people who ask me about my religion.
Point taken. Onwards.
Don't ever talk to me and my god again.
Yep.
I think you already said that.
Meanwhile, Garland is like, please talk to me about my god, please. So yeah, we're trying to open the door.
With the door opens, and surprisingly, this room's kind of like different than the others. There's not really many books. There's a lot of like rugs. Excuse the crudity of the model, but there's like a bunch of rugs here. There's a bunch of just kind of like mats and like incenses and things like this. And there's kind of, oh shit, sorry, I deleted existence.
Did anyone else have a moment where they felt like they just ceased to exist?
Yep.
Ever get that strange floating feeling?
No. I think that's just you. Could have been all that magic dust you've
Where's
done.
the elf woman?
Sorry, deleting existence. God damn. Elf lady, she's like, oh yeah, shit, sorry, those mice were scary.
The
I
mice
didn't
are...
want to get attacked by those mice. You see their legs on those mice?
I think
yeah.
you should retire your days as a warrior.
She says, ooh. This is the religious department?
Yes.
And she goes and reads the sign, and she's like, 200 to 299, this is it. She's like super excited, and she like charges into his room.
Wait, hang on.
What is it?
This place has been dangerous since we stepped foot in here. Don't go off by yourself, please.
Wow, this is a holy place. We should be fine.
Bye.
You of all people should know this.
My god is a god of war.
Oh.
He'd be amused by
Oh.
traps.
She says, my god is dead.
Well, he like looks genuinely like shocked and kind of saddened by that. And he says, well, all the more reason for you not to hurry to the afterlife. Please be careful.
Nah, the afterlife is not of my concern.
I think Bearwith would probably say otherwise. You go running in there and set off something stupid. Then we'll have to deal with it. And he'll have to deal with it. I don't want to deal with it. Yeah, I don't want to deal with any of this shit. Why don't you park your stupid ass here? And we'll slowly figure out if this room is even, you know...
I mean, by all means, join
trap.
us in figuring out whether or not the room is safe, but not on your own. Yes,
She's
please.
kind of frustrated, but she's like, fine.
Right.
She like flops down on the floor.
Yeah.
Right, you
What?
lot, come with us, please. And Garland takes one step into the room and is immediately
Sorry.
preceded by...
Sorry. No, I'm staying right behind Garland.
I swear I'm gonna put fucking noose on your neck?
Garland takes one step into the room.
I need a
and then
leash.
Rolls a perception check. Rolls a 3.
You rolled a 13, bro. Perception. So you checking around this room. Are you looking for anything in particular? Or are you just getting the scope of the land?
Just kind of getting the scope of the place, seeing if there's anything immediately stands out as dangerous or out of place. As much as I can tell what's out of place.
So it was hard to notice before you entered the room, but the moment you stepped in, the ceiling like geometry was such that the minute you step in, you're kind of bathed in this really nice light. And it's all multicolored and coming down in different directions. And the thing that first catches your eye is the whole ceiling is made of stained glass. And it's really fine stained glass. It depicts all kinds of gods. And it almost seems like a constellation of gods. It's just beautiful.
Oh.
The rest of the place, it's mostly just covered with rugs, kind of really fine rugs that seem to be in very good shape, not worn at all. Lots of incense, lots of candles, lots of just idols to various gods of various types. Some are like little metal sculptures and some are bigger, full-size statues. And the whole room just seems almost like a place of worship, but like a place of all worship.
He steps in a little bit further and says, Kia, do you see your goddess up there?
Kia steps in and she looks around and she looks at all the idols in the room and she's like kind of in awe, really. But she looks up and she sees the constellations and stuff of all the like stained glass windows. And she looks around some more and she says, well, I don't see my god, but there's the moon. And that's pretty close. That's where she lived.
Can I search for traps?
Yeah, her name was Akavna. She was the goddess of the moon, yeah.
Have I heard of this? Do I need to roll a religion check?
Yeah, roll a religion check.
It's 26.
26, damn, you religiosos.
I'm a religioso.
Akavna was a deity that you're kind of familiar with because though she was dedicated to the moon, she was also a god of defensive battle, which was a thing that your god kind of like holds with relative high regard. Like you're really more about good war, but like in all good war, there must be defense and offense. And like she was just really about the defensive aspect of that. She was. Go ahead.
Garland, when he hears that her god was goddess was a Kavna, he nods and says, "Mine's Gorham. Held your faith in high regard. Good war."
Yes, Gorham, the war god. I can't say I feel the same about your god, but I appreciate the respect.
Well, everyone's free to worship how they please. I find conflict to be the best forger of metal. And he kind of grins at his own dumb pun and then looks around to see if he can find an idol to Gorham.
Yeah. Over here in the corner, there's totally idol to Gorham. What does it look like?
I will get an image real quick.
I mean, it doesn't have to be an actual image, but just like words and imagery.
Well, it's probably a mountain, like maybe a bronze mountain, or a bronze depiction of a mountain. You know, like a metal sculpture, with an iron sword shoved in the top. And it's probably a fairly large idol, maybe about 4 feet tall, at its tallest point, and Garland would kind of wander over that way, trying to be as careful as he can, but obviously distracted by the prospect of prayer in front of an actual idol of Gorham, and eventually make his way over the idol and fall down and say, begin sort of praying to himself. These last few days with this group have been eventful, Lord. I entreat you to continue teaching me what good war is and how to better forge myself for your purposes. So that's where Garland is. What's everyone else doing?
I was bitching. Does anybody else feel religiously? Kia certainly has looked around and has like determined there is no idol here for her. And she's kind of sad, but she like looks up at the sky, at the moon in the stained glass ceiling.
I'm also gonna walk up to the Gorham statue because it is my god, but I'm not very religious. I'm just gonna walk up and do like a Wakandan forever kind of pose and just be like, "Yo, I killed some shit, dog. I got you," and then walk away.
Garland watches that with like a smile on his face. And as though he's talking directly to the god, he just sort of mutters under his, continues to pray. He is a devout adherent, even if he's not in the traditional way.
I start looking around the room for evidence about anything related to Asmodeus.
Okay. You start checking it out. Oh, okay, so you want to look for Asmodeus stuff in this room.
Yeah.
Got it. There is definitely an Asmodeus sculpture in here, and it's kind of terrifying. It particularly looks a lot like the idol. It looks very similar to actually the demon things that you fought earlier, the barbed demons or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I forget what the fuck they were called, but
Bearded devils?
those ones.
Balls?
Get it right. Yeah, so it looks almost just like one of these, and it is holding a ginormous spear.
I walk over and gently, like, I kind of like jokingly, lightly kick the statue, like, "You son of a bitch, why do you keep trying to kill us?"
I don't think you want to do that.
There's no response.
I walk over and knock on the door to the Scion of Religion, see if he pops out, like tap tap tap, tap tap.
Yeah, he comes floating out, and yeah, it's a book like the other ones, and he unfolds in the hallway, and he's like, "Hey, I didn't think of a voice for this guy. Hey, I'm the Scion of Religion. Well, how can I ask you? How can I help you? Have you come to pray at one of the shrines?"
Well, I was looking for information on the calling.
Ah, the calling.
And why the calling is happening now.
Well, I mean, the calling was a historical event that happened a long time ago. If it were to be happening now, I mean, that would be a terrible disaster. I don't think that's the case.
Hate to break it to you, but it looks like something like Asmodeus or somebody is trying. So any and all information related to this would be helpful.
We can go ask the Scion of History about that.
Oh yeah, we
Ask-
can.
Ask him about Asmodeus.
You guys are over here having this fucking discussion about stuff, and Chez is over in the corner just like meditating, his hymns to himself or whatever. And he's pretty good at it. He's kind of blocking out everything. And as you do, yeah, you feel like some kind of weird warmth coming out of the statue. It fills your heart, fills you with determination. And you gain an ability. This is a war priest trait. For picking the war priest specialization thingy. And you can have it now for free. Please make a macro or put it in your character sheet somewhere.
Is this for?
This is
Me?
for you, Garland.
Okay.
Yes, your god answers your prayer, and he tries to show you that the way to better war is through your friends.
What?
Making Garland into like a better general, basically. A better commander. I am going to add that to my.
Yeah, please add that. Yeah, then the scion says, so Asmodeus. I mean, Asmodeus, everybody's got a different, potato, tomato.
It's not even the same thing.
Potato, lasagna. But Asmodeus is one of those gods. He's been around since the very first beginning of everything. He had a rough beginning, what we'd say. Asmodeus was there with Ihis, right? His kind of like counterpart, and they were experimenting with mortality and souls, and so say all the myths and all the books. Asmodeus felt that eventually they made humans, right? They made not humans but creatures, and they bade these creatures to do what they wished, and they used them to further their plots, usually against one another in jest. But eventually, Ihis invented free will and gave free will to the creatures, and the gods could no longer direct them to do things. And Asmodeus was pissed. This was not what Asmodeus wanted. And so, a small war broke out. So say the books, and it went on for eons or whatever. And eventually, they came together to try to broker a peace. Asmodeus and Ihis. Asmodeus was always very keen on contracts and things, and so he had written up a contract, and they went back and forth for a very long time, and eventually agreed. Came to an agreement between one another that they would allow mortals to keep their free will as long as Asmodeus took over hell, and he had charge of all the souls for all the humans when they died, so that he could use them in his armies against the demons. And so, the contract was signed, and as soon as it was done, Asmodeus betrayed his, other, Ihis, and killed him. But the contract stood. Asmodeus is certainly not a very cool guy. Some of his titles include Lord of Darkness, Lord of the Pit, the Dark Prince, the Prince of Hell. His symbol is a red pentagram. And that's kind of the history of the guy. At one point, long ago, soon after those events or whatever, but there was an event that occurred. It was called the Calling, but Asmodeus didn't have much to do with that one.
Was the calling from long ago a religious event of some kind? And if so, fill us in. What was the original calling?
So the history books, it's kind of history, kind of religious, gets tricky here, but I've read about it a bunch. And they say that the original calling happened a long time ago, and it was caused by the Aslanti people. They were a great civilization of people who rose, to power. They created most of the magic items that you guys know about or use today, other than the ones that are freshly crafted. But what happened was their creators seemed like they were through with them and made some ritual, performed some ritual. They the books say was the Calling, which summoned a giant meteor, which sunk that whole civilization's continent and plunged the world into the Age of Darkness.
That doesn't sound good.
No.
Oh no, the Age of
Bearwith
Darkness
is
a
shaken.
bad time.
He has heard tell of the gnomes. He wasn't with the party when they saw all their evidence, but he had heard tales of the gnomes and seen them out in the forest performing these rituals. And that's terrifying.
Yes. So yeah, the stories continue that the comet that fell was called the Starstone, and the only reason the comet did not destroy all of Galarion, but only sunk a continent, was because of a god, who I believe you worship. And he turns to Kia, and Kia's like super hype. She's like, "Yeah, a Kavna. I know this story." And he's like, "Yeah, you know it." And Kia just like picks it up, and she's like, "Yeah, so the Starstone was coming, and Akavna sacrificed herself. She got in the way of the meteor, and she deflected it, but she didn't stop it completely. She died for her efforts, and her corpse fell, out of which grows a place called the Mordant Spire that's secretly protected. And the remaining bits of the meteor fell to the planet, the largest bit of which was called the Starstone. But Akavna prevented complete disaster by sacrificing herself." And she says, "And that's why I worship her, and that's why I study the moon." And the book is super like proud of her. He's like, "Good girl."
I'm reading the wiki entry on Akavna right now.
Yeah, go for it.
Is this guy up here the book? I'm sorry, I tabbed away from the window for a second.
He's here.
Oh,
That's how.
who's this?
That's the shrine to Asmodeus.
Mm-hmm.
A spook. The only difference I think is they don't call it the calling on the wiki. They call it something else. Just if you're reading wikis. But yeah, sorry, I'm dumping lore on you guys. But yeah, the Scion says, yeah, so the calling was a big deal. It sunk the world into the Age of Darkness for a very long time. And I mean, what is this you say about it happening again?
We were kind of sucked into an alternate dimension where these things, we were told about this happening, and we were taken to some kind of shadow realm where there was lots of demons fighting, and we saw like some spectral dog or something, and we were very worried. We were told to research the calling, and that you guys would have the most information regarding why or how that would happen again.
He says, well, I mean, the books are very sparse as to how the ritual was done or anything like that. It was done, you know, I mean, it was written about as an act of God's, right? Like,
Right.
to understand their methods.
Well, any information regarding how this might be done would be helpful, so we could probably stop Asmodeus.
He says, well, I mean, I don't know. From what you've given me here, that's all I can really offer you. Says, do you know any other names, any other gods?
Yeah, there was one. And I can't remember. It saved my life.
Was he handsome?
Was it Helios?
No,
Oh, nice try.
no.
I don't remember. I can't remember.
Yeah, I mean,
Chograth and...
I'll kill you guys over it. But yeah, his name was Basilius.
Thank you.
He was the guy that you fought at the top of the tower in the desert. And he killed the first big bad guy. His name was Malos. For failing to perform the calling. Kind of at you guys' help.
Hmm.
So you guys name dropping Basilius on this dude?
Yes.
He knows about Basilius, and he tells you some lore about Basilius. He was like the second in command to Hell, right? Like if Asmodeus was the president, he was like the vice president, and he didn't have much power. Like he didn't own. There's 9 layers of Hell, and Asmodeus is lord of the first, the very lowest layer. But the other layers are kind of given to other devils of different ranks. As Basilius never had a layer of Hell to his own. But Basilius kind of like is the eyes and ears for Asmodeus. He goes to the material plane, he makes deals and stuff. But then he talks about that there was a very recently written religious book that kind of just got scanned into the database a couple years ago. That mentions Basilius being gifted the 9th and final layer of Hell by Asmodeus. That layer is called Nessus, Nessus. And that this book, that he felt that this was very odd, that Asmodeus owned the pinnacle layer, right? The deepest layer of Hell. But for him to give it up to his second in command is very surprising. Like to most, that would sound like him stepping down. So yeah, pretty much according to this Scion's guy's interpretation of it, he thinks that's really weird. He doesn't understand why an immortal dude would ever step down from his role and give it to anyone else. You guys are chilling here, and to the west, you hear a ginormous slam, crush, and the whole building shudders. And the Scion, kind of notices the shut. He's floating, so he doesn't wiggle you guys almost all fall over. But he notices everything shift, and all the books kind of rattle. And he looks over, and he's like, fucking Scion of general knowledge over there, throwing a party again or something. Gosh, he's always just slamming stuff around. It's just...
Is a Scion of general knowledge.
Yes, it's 100 to 199. No, it's 0 to 99. Actually, it's the lowest number in the...
And he parties a lot?
Yeah, he's always, he's very flippant in his interests. He likes one thing one day and another thing another day, and some days it's cannons.
He sounds cool. What the hell am I still here?
Sorry. I mean, he's...
Some days it's cannons. That's a great line.
But yeah, he says back to the deep religious shit. Yeah, religions are great,
aren't they? Though.
Yeah. I see you found your shrine here, and she turns to Kia, and she's kind of like, "Sorry, we don't have a shrine for a Kavna. We kind of need one, but as you can expect, they're very rare and hard to come across. So you could definitely use one in a collection." But, it's not a book. We just get books and information. We don't really get statues and shrines very often. So, and Kia kind of understands, and she kind of gets a little thoughtful about it. She's maybe she could find a way to make a statue. But then she kind of has a moment of oh yeah, and she's like, oh yeah, I gotta ask you something. And she kind of looks over to you guys a little bit cautiously, but from the discussion so far, she's like, damn, you guys are up to some shit. So she's like, all right, I'm up to some shit too. She's like, Scion, I, as you can expect, study the moon. And I have this telescope. And, there's a lot of scientists that are a lot smarter than me that study the moon and know a lot more. But I like to do it because it kind of makes me feel closer to a Kavna, right? That's where she lived. And so I've been able to identify her temple, the shrine where she apparently lived on the moon. And I've seen other things too. I've seen creatures, they're kind of herds of something that just travel around slowly and stay spread out and seem to like they're grazing or something, strangely. And she says, but I'm worried because I've seen these things gathering into big masses. They're not making shapes or anything, but they just seem to be grouping together. And it worries me because I've never seen anything like that. And so she says, Scion religion, do you have any records, anything like this? I understand it might not be religious, it might be historical, but is there any religious text that mention this? Or and the Scion is kind of like, like, I don't know, that's weird. Like the moon, like monsters on the moon. He's like, I don't know, like I'm not honestly not very familiar with creatures on the moon. That's not usually the kind of thing I read about. And he's like, and all the cabinet texts don't really cover anything like that. Fuso, yeah? I don't know. You lost me.
Yeah, I'm lost.
Fuso,
too.
yeah?
I can't read those words, bro. There's too many words.
No, it's actually Fuso, yeah.
I don't know what that means.
So in Final Fantasy IV, there was a character that lived on the moon. His name was Fusoya, and he was a super duper mage. Kind of like this god.
She says, no, I never heard of that dude. But yeah, the Scion doesn't really have anything to offer her. He says, like, I'm sorry, but I don't know anything about that. And Kia looks like she takes that pretty hard. Like, that is not the answer she came here looking for. This was the whole reason she came to this library.
I was asked about what was going on the moon.
Yeah.
Bear with
How
Yes,
do we go
mate.
to the moon?
your girlfriend there looks pretty down. You might want to say something positive, yeah?
Barrowith gives her a sideways glance, but then he looks back at Garland and he's like, "Did you not hear him talking about fucking Asmodeus and devils?" And then he looks back at Kia and she looks particularly ravaging. So yeah, he's just gonna sidle up next to her.
Right.
I'll make a charisma check. She's like, I don't know, she's not really feeling it. She's kind of emotional. She's like,
It's not a good check for me.
oh, she's like, not right now, leave me alone.
Said confident, not proposition,
Yeah, and then the Scion is just kind of like, all right, guys, been dumping religious knowledge all night. What else are you looking for? He's like, if you haven't yet, I definitely recommend you check out the law offices of Book and Book to the northeast.
I'm so
Really
fucking
great.
done with this library.
Booker and
Or else-
books.
Yeah, he's like, I don't know. You could check out general knowledge. They're having a party or some shit. It sounds like over there, like always.
We've fulfilled our promise to bring her into the religious section. So while she's sulking in the corner recovering for a second, we could totally go open that door down.
I'm thinking this is good time to call it, you guys. What do you think? We're like 2 hours 40 minutes in.
Yeah.
I'm good. Yeah, I'm good to call it.
I'm getting tired. I'm starting to make silly shit like the law offices of Book and Book.
Yeah, I was done like an hour ago, to be quite honest.
We're good.
But yeah, so you guys have like learned a bunch about religiousness, and you know there's like 2 other ways to go next week. A couple ways to go. You could go solve that puzzle, or you could go to the law offices of Book and Book, or you could go to the party next door with the loud thumping noises.
I want to go to the party next door and then go
Hell
south.
yeah.
I wanna
Well, you
get-
don't want to open the book down, or open the book. God damn it! Open the door south so you
I
can run
do.
in and die.
I want to open the door to the south and die, but first I want to party before I do, so at least I have enjoyed myself one last time. Before I get shot in the back by Gamby.
Be a rogue. Dodge.
Oh, Stone Cold.
Boom. Mic drop.
Oh, man, I love you.
Worst rogue ever. Every campaign.
She's so savage.
I think I just found the title for the YouTube video.
Well, that is a big one.
Episode 20, whatever. Worst rogue.
26.
Worst rogue ever.
26.
Episode 26. Worst rogue ever.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good to me.
Okay, so yeah, thanks for playing, everybody. We're gonna call it there.